Area high school football is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the field for high school football on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
6:15, 76 degrees, countdown to kickoff with Jim Ross, Eagle 102 Sports on a Friday evening.
Hey, a great night for Friday Night Football, Week 6. And we'll have games for you from all over the place. We'll have the live game will be Bowling Green Van Far, and then we'll have game breaks from Louisiana at North Callaway and North Green at Pleasant Hill. But let's run down the schedule for you right now. Let's start in Illinois this week. Pittsfield at home. Tonight, they're at 1-4. They face the number 1 ranked team in the state, Monroe Forsyth. They are 5-0 on the season. As I mentioned, Pleasant Hill hosting Whitehall. Whitehall's winless, and Pleasant Hill's 1-4, although they played a wonderful football game last week against West Central. Quincy Notre Dame is at home hosting Springfield Lanphier. West Central's at home hosting Greenfield. Both of those teams 4-1. Greenfield is ranked 9th this week in the Illinois poll. Brown County and Beardstown at Beardstown. Auburn at Petersburg Porta, easy for me to say. And then a couple Saturday games for you. Route Catholic will be at Camp Point, will host Camp Point Central. That game tomorrow. Ranked team Camp Point Central and receiving votes. So Route Catholic and Hardin Calhoun will go on the road tomorrow, as well as they will play at Carrollton, and they are ranked as well. We'll give you the rankings a little later in Countdown to Kickoff. In Missouri, as I mentioned, we'll have the Bowling Green Van Far. Mark and Chris are over at Van Far, 5-0 for both teams. Both teams ranked in the state this week again. Both teams moving up a notch as well. Louisiana trying to pick up their first win tonight. They have a tough contest on the road at North Callaway. Callaway at 4-1 on the season. And Mark Twain travels to Montgomery County. Mark Twain 1-4 on the season, and Montgomery County winless so far. Several other games. South Shelby is on the road going to North Platte. That's quite a little trip for the Cardinals. South Shelby still undefeated at 5-0. The other big game around the area in northeast Missouri anyway is Hannibal travels to Kirksville. 2 teams ranked in their class, and that's the by story in that is Greg Nesbitt, who is the head coach at Truman State, retired from there, took the Kirksville job, and he started his coaching career and went to high school at none other than Hannibal High School. The Mayor's Cup goes on up north in Marion County as Palmyra will travel to Monroe City. Both teams 3-2 on the season, and 0-5 Highlands on the road at 3-2 Centray. A couple other games we'll just keep track of: Clark County at Macon and Scotland County at West Grand. Let's take our first break, and we'll come back and tell you about the rankings this week as they are out in both Illinois and Missouri, and a few changes that we'll update you on. You're listening to Countdown to Kickoff on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Geeky Hillbilly, Twin Pike Family YMCA, and Ackles Farm Market.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Hi, this is Shelley Clucky with Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We appreciate the value of working hard and making sure you've taken steps to make sure you're prepared for whatever comes your direction. Best wishes to all of our area athletes for another amazing season from myself and Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the square in Bowling Green.
Gambino's Eatery in Louisiana is open Wednesday through Sunday. Start your day with our select breakfast options: muffins, breakfast burrito, frittata, available from 11 a.m. Enjoy lunch options until 4 p.m., including tenderloin, burgers, wraps, and salads. And Gambino's dinner menu from 4 p.m. to close, featuring delicious entrees like lasagna, red wine pot roast, and more. We offer a variety of dishes beyond pizza and Italian, ensuring there's something for everyone. And don't Don't forget, we're now open Sundays from 11 to 2 p.m. Gambino's on 3rd and Georgia in Louisiana. Your perfect dining destination Wednesday through Sunday.
If it's not on the menu, we don't talk about it.
Hannibal Regional Medical Group in Bowling Green is right here for you and your family. No matter what stage of life you are in, better health starts with your primary care provider, the person who knows your health history and can connect you with the right specialist if needed. The Hannibal Regional Medical Group team of primary care providers are ready to help guide you on your path to better health, right here at home. To schedule an appointment, just call 573-324-2241. Hannibal Regional Medical Group in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
Welcome back to Countdown to Kickoff, Week 6 in high school football in Missouri and Illinois. 2/3 of the way through the season almost, so we're coming up on the end, and district playoffs are just around the corner for both states. Let's take a look at the Illinois rankings first. First team in the area in Class 7, Quincy. They are 5-0, and ironically, they're now 6-0 as they played last night on a Thursday night game. They traveled to Galesburg, and they defeated Galesburg 45-0. So they continue on their undefeated ways. Do the Blue Devils. In Class 6, East St. Louis, I throw that out because they are a perennial power. They are ranked number 1 in the state in Class 6. In Class 5, nothing from around the area. Class 4, Macomb jumps into the rankings this week at 5-0. They're at number 10. In Class 3, Saginaw Conference team in the rankings in Class 3, Williamsville is ranked 10th this week at 4-1 on the season. Then moving down to Class 2, where things kind of pick up a little bit. Monroe Forsyth, as I mentioned, they're number 1, and they play at Pittsfield tonight. Quincy Notre Dame comes in at 3, and those are the only teams of interest in Class 2. In Class 1, Hardin County Central. Hardin Calhoun, I should say, is number 3 at 5-0. Camp Point Central is 4-1 on the season. They come in at number 5. And Greenfield Northwestern, they come in at number 9 this week, and they play West Central tonight at West Central. Althoff Catholic, by the way, is the number 1 ranked team in Class 1 in Illinois. Looking at Missouri, we'll just hit a couple of hot spots for the bigger schools. Rockhurst is 1, CBC's 2, Nixa is 3 in Class 6. Troy has not broken into the rankings yet. They're having a good season. In Class 5, Cardinal Ritter at 1, Helias at 5. Those may be of interest to folks. Class 4, Luther North is at 7. And as I mentioned, Hannibal is number 4, Kirksville is number 5, and they play each other tonight in Kirksville. Also, Wharton, an old EMO conference team, they are ranked 6th this week in Class 4. In Class 3, no teams really from around the area at all. Blair Oaks, a team of interest for Bowling Green, they are ranked 1 at 4-1 on the season. In Class 2, all kinds of familiar names in Class 2. Fairgrove is 1. Bowling Green is 2 this week, followed by Valley Catholic at 3. They play Valley Catholic later on in the season. Lafayette County, Higginsville ranked 5th. South Shelby 6, Lamar 7, and Mid-Buchanan is 8. All teams Louisiana played last year. So a lot of interesting familiar names in the rankings in Class 2 in Missouri this week. Then in Class 1, Vanfar comes in at 5, up a notch from 6. Marionville is 1. St. Vincent is 2. Ironically, St. Vincent is the team that knocked Vanfar out of the playoffs last week. And Vanfar at 5 and Bowling Green at 2 in Class 2. They will square off tonight in Vanfar, and we'll tell you more about that right after this on Eagle 102 Sports Countdown to Kickoff.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by The Pierre, Pogue Chevy Buick dealer in Hannibal, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Eagles Bluff Golf Course in Clarksville is a locally owned public course, available for play 7 days a week. For more information, call, visit, or go online to eaglesbluffgolf.com.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Everyone needs help with something at some point in their life. This is Tracy B. with PCHD, and I am here to remind you that we have certified community health workers staffed at our office that offer assistance for free to those who need help navigating local resources and more. Please don't hesitate to call 573-324-2111 to learn more, or visit our website at pikecountyhealth.org.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
Welcome back to Eagle 102 Sports Countdown to Kickoff. St. Vincent knocked Van Far out last year, not last week. I've got my auditors in here keeping me straight tonight, in Gordon and April. So let's make sure we set it up for you tonight to know what we're going to do and how to listen. Bowling Green and Van Far, you can listen to that and watch it both on 102.1 FM and KJFMradio.com or on your app. We will have game breaks from North Callaway as North Callaway and Louisiana square off. We will have game breaks, and that'll be Rodney and Kelly will be over there. Then also we'll have game breaks from Pleasant Hill as North Green plays Pleasant Hill. Stason and Jordan are over there, and we'll keep a close eye on the Pittsfield-Maroa Forsyth game, as that's the top rank in the team in the state. And I've told you before, Pittsfield plays the most brutal football schedule of any team in our area, playing multiple ranked teams every year. That conference is just flat loaded, and tonight's no different. They'll square off against the top ranked team in the state. So we're about ready to send it to Van Far, a brand new field. They've got a new press box, and Mark is over there waiting for the limo to pull up so his superstar Chris can join the broadcast at about 5 minutes before kickoff. And we'll send it to Mark Froenig over in Van Far.
Thank you very much, Jim. And Chris is here. He's in the booth. The limo has arrived, and we are ready for football here in Week 6. And this one probably going to be the best Bowling Green Van Far game we've seen in at least 10 years.
That's the build-up. We'll see. I mean,
both teams state-ranked. Bowling Green number 2 in Class 2, Van Far number 5 in Class 1. So there is a lot of talent on this field, and just to kind of wet the taste buds a little bit here, I asked Coach Mark Sinclair, "Is this the best Van Far team you've ever seen?" He said, "I've been around a long time. This is the best Van Far team I've seen."
Well, that goes a long way. In my book to leading up or playing up to the hype. If he believes this is the best team, there's a big difference in between classes in size of football teams, size of kids, and I think we'll just see what happens. It's going to be, if it really is that good of a Van Far team, we're in for a really good football game.
I think we are. I think we really are in for a treat here tonight in Week 6 between Bowling Green and Van Far from Van Far High School. We'll talk more about it as we continue Countdown to Kickoff on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by White Insurance Agency, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, and Sudsy Tub.
The Eagle 102 Sports pregame show is coming up on KJFM Radio.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Central State Bank believes in more than just banking. Central State Bank's team takes the time to understand your unique needs and goals, and they're proud to be part of the community, actively supporting local businesses and events. Enjoy state-of-the-art banking technology for easy and secure online and mobile banking. Join thousands of satisfied customers who've made the switch to Central State Bank and experience the personal touch and professional service that set them apart. Visit one of the convenient locations in Pleasant Hill, Pittsfield, Kinderhook, Quincy, and Clayton. Central State Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Noah Builders in Silex is a proud supporter of all area athletes. They're a small, locally owned contractor with over 25 years of experience in custom and new home construction. Noah Builders wants to take your forever home plan and make it a reality. Call or visit Noah Builders at noahbuildersinc.com.
Castile Color Wheel has been proudly serving Pittsfield and the surrounding community since 1950 and is an expanded retail area. They began as a paint retailer handling Benjamin Moore and Pittsburgh paints, developing into a full-service decorating center, including wall coverings and Hunter Douglas custom window treatments. Castile over the years has expanded with home decor, high-quality gift items, bridal and baby registry, an upscale ladies and children's boutique, open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 until noon. Let Castile's be your one-stop shop, located just off the northwest corner of the square in Pittsfield.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Noah Builders, Castile's Color Wheel, Eagles Nest End, and People's Savings Bank.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 Sports Pregame Show on KJFM Radio.
Counting down to kickoff from Vanfar High School, the Indians, number 5 in Class 1 football, taking on the Bowling Green Bobcats, number 2 in Class 2. And Chris, Bowling Green has dominated this rivalry since 2010, 15-0 against Vanfar in that span. In the past 5 years, Bowling Green has outscored the Indians 293-71. But this is a Vanfar team that's just different. They are built different than they have been in the past, since last year, years before that. Against Montgomery County last week, this is just a taste. The Indians had rushing touchdowns from both the twins, Malik and Tyson Douglas, a 32-yard receiving touchdown by Evan Utterback. He's the tight end. 74-yard interception return for a touchdown by Gavin Gaston. And Tyson Douglas ran for 143 yards, 2 TDs on 17 carries. Gaston had 2 picks in that game. Utterback finished with 4 tackles and a sack. So Vanfar, they're loaded. They've got players at every position, probably the deepest, but the numbers still have them playing Ironman football at a lot of positions, which could hurt them against a team built like Bowling Green.
Yeah, that's certainly going to hurt them against a team like Bowling Green, where Bowling Green's coming in here playing a handful of kids Ironman football this year. That's one of the big things that Coach Sinclair talked about early in the season, was how he said practice has been so beneficial to us this year because we have almost a full offense against almost a full defense. And that's benefited both their offense and their defense. Ironman football, again, is that badge of honor, but it's a curse also, especially when it comes into late season.
And we are getting into late season. We passed the halfway point. This is week 6. There's 3 weeks to go after tonight in the regular season before you start district. So it's time to start getting healthy. And was talking to a coach, Lucas Gibson, as the team was walking the 3 miles from the locker room. That his team hasn't been 100% yet this season. And they're 5-0.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's allowed some younger guys to get some of that experience, get the taste of winning over the first 5 weeks. They already have a trophy in their pocket, the Farmers Cup. I think that's maybe the first or second time in the history of that trophy against Mark Twain that they've won that one, and that was a dogfight. Mark Twain probably played their game of the year against Vanfar, and the Indians had to pull it out at the end. Tonight it's the wagon wheel thing, whatever that is, and they haven't won that yet. So they want more. Vanfar wants more.
I like the young team, and I like the enthusiasm and the athleticism that they have, but are they going to have the manpower and the wherewithal to stay in this football game, because Bowling Green, we have seen, at that Wright City game against Bowling Green, big 61-yard touchdown, and you and I both were like, uh-oh, this is going to be a big game. Well, then that was it. Bowling Green stepped in and shut it down, and Bowling Green, looking at the numbers here alone, Mark, just on the roster, this is also another game like Louisiana where Bowling Green just double and a half the number of kids on the football team. And that's just part of being a Class I football school. You're just the smaller school. If you're in different locations, like Lamar, as an example, they're a Class II school playing against Class IV schools, and they stand a pretty good chance that, and then they become a powerhouse in Class II. So Bowling Green's going to come in here and play their game, which we've seen them do. We've seen them beat the underdog, not really the underdogs, but scored against first, and that didn't affect them. They came out, played their game, and came away with a monster win against Wright City. So
I think win, lose, or draw, Chris, Van Far, unless they suffer a bunch of injuries, are going to come out of this game better.
I think so, 100%. Win, loser. If they come out on top of this game, they're going to go into the last half of the season absolutely on fire and dominate. And if they play well in this game, that's the same theory. They can come out and say, hey, we lost, but we lost to a big team, right? We lost to another good team. Yeah, win, lose, or draw, they are 100% going to be better.
All right, I'm gonna get rid of the draw. There's no draws in high school. I don't want to get another lesson from Coach Sinclair like I did earlier about the coin flip rules.
So first of all,
I was educated.
There can be a tie. I mean, it's not called a draw, but there can be a tie. But it doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
And probably where Coach Sinclair would get you is it certainly hasn't happened under his reign at Bowling Green. So
now he did. He went from the lesson, and he's going to listen to this and probably give me another lesson after this one. But he said twice in his career he has received the kickoff in both halves.
Yeah.
Just because of a
misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding, or he said it once. It was a misunderstanding. Refs tend to talk you through those misunderstandings now so it doesn't happen.
Right.
But once the field was so wet and sloppy that the opposing coach actually chose to kick off because, like in the Water Boy, he knew his offense wasn't going anywhere, so he's going to try and win it with his defense. So
I'd like to say, Mark, too, just while we're talking, that Jim's giving me the business about not being on time. I was here early.
Yeah.
And I ran all the way back to the parking lot to get to
Yeah, the 2.5 miles to the parking lot. I kid. They have done a great job. This field opened up a few years ago. This year they added this great new grandstand. The press box is almost done, but it is a whole lot more comfortable than we've been the last couple of years when we visit Van Far. The lighting on this field is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
so
it's weird because the lights are pointing straight down. They don't point towards the field. They're just down and kind of give that big luminescent view. Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, and
my
and
view
the
here
grass,
kind of stinks.
Well, when you stand up, you'll be fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I got to stand up.
Yeah.
I prepared all day long to
To
continue to tell you that it's kind of cold in here because I thought we were going to be outside.
Yeah, no, we're good. We're good. We are good here tonight at Van Far High School for Week 6. The Indians hosting the Bowling Green Bobcats. Our keys to the game are coming up on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Ameriprise Financial Advisor Tamara Scherter, Pogue Ford, and W5 Auction Services.
The Eagle 102 Sports keys to the game are right around the corner. Brought to you by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
The Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast in Louisiana is where history, comfort, and charm come together. Explore quaint streets, visit local attractions, and return to comfort at the end of the day. Call or book online at theeaglesnestinbb.com.
This is Tara Grody, and People's Savings Bank is excited to announce the Bobcat debit card. People's Savings Bank believes in giving back to the communities we serve, and that begins with the school district. Every time you use your Bobcat debit card as a credit, People's Savings Bank will give the school district 5 cents. That may not sound like a lot of money, but since starting this program 6 years ago, PSB has been able to give back over $120,000. Open an account online at ourpsb.com or stop by our branch. We are the one with a bright blue roof. Start earning the Bowling Green School District money today just by using your debit card. Member FDIC.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Sports Keys to the Game on KJFM. Sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
And our keys to the game for week 6.
Coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, Ackles Farm Market, and Shelter Insurance Agent Ashley Jenkins.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Geeky Hillbilly, Twin Pike Family YMCA, and Ackles Farm Market.
The Eagle 102 Sports starting lineups are coming up. Brought to you by Community State Banks of Missouri.
Well, we'll get to our starting lineups in a little bit. Right now, our keys to the game for this Week 6 matchup, Bowling Green at Van Far. Van Far hosting Bowling Green, however you want to look at it. It's a matchup between two state-ranked teams. And for Bowling Green, I think, Chris.
That's my quarterback.
That's your quarterback?
That was my quarterback in high school, Ryan Eskew.
All right. I think Bowling Green, and you're not going to like this, they've got to keep it on the ground and just pound on Van Far.
I don't believe in that at all, Mark. Not at all.
But no, against a big, strong team that happens to be playing Ironman football, you've got to just pound it at them, wear them down.
Yeah, well, so the problem with that, I do agree with you 100%. The problem with that is Bowling Green has got that 1-2 punch in Dane Dunn and Easton Orff, and we don't see them have to drive the ball down the field. They typically break off these big runs, especially Easton. You know, he's averaging 18 yards a carry or something like that. You know, Dane's averaging 8.5. So these guys are tearing it up. So if they can keep the ball in the middle and gain, you know, their average yards per carry, they're going to do okay. I agree with you, but they do need to eat off time of the clock. And then from the Bowling Green defensive standpoint, they're going to have to really, really do a good job against both the Douglas boys because, you know, they got 43 carries, 50 carries. They're both in the 400-plus yards, averaging 8 and 9 yards a carry, you know, and 100 yards a game. So, you know, they're going to have to make sure they don't give up those big break touchdown runs like we saw against Wright City. Now, Wright City had a couple massive offensive defensive linemen. So if Van Far has that as well, they've got that quick score potential too. So we're in for maybe a highlight reel.
Yeah, and you mentioned that the Douglas boys, they're built different than something that Bowling Green's seen so far this year. Malik and Tyson, they're big, they're strong, and they're always in the middle of the field, whether it's on offense at running back or at linebacker on the defensive side. So they're built to handle it. So I mean, you've got to be tough in the trenches against them if you're Bowling Green.
Well, and here's the other part is their leading receiver is Gaston. He's got 12 receptions for 269 yards in his long. Well,
they'll say the run opens up the pass.
It does, and his average is 53 yards a game. Or is that a game or a catch? Yeah, 53.8 yards a game. So it's, you know, it'll be, again, Bowling Green at times can really give up some passing yards. So they're going to have to make sure that they've got him locked down.
And especially without Tanner McGaw in the lineup again tonight.
Yeah. And Tanner's, you know, recovering from a forearm injury or wrist injury. And this is a game that I think Coach probably thinks he can give Tanner one more week, you know, before he jumps in and plays. So.
And speaking of Douglas's and injuries, the freshman brother, Caden Douglas, he's out with a hip injury. That he was their starting corner, so they're a little thin on the outside as well. Van Far is.
Yeah, it's. I don't want people to think that I'm kind of playing off Van Far here, but we've watched Bowling Green come in here and Van Far go to Bowling Green and just be rolled for the last several years. And quite honestly, this is as good, if not a better football team as last year for Bowling Green. So, they're missing some talent that they had last year, but they've not slacked in numbers, points, or yards. So it's going to be tough for Van Far.
It's going to be tough sledding for both teams here tonight in Week 6. This is our marquee matchup in the middle part of the season for sure. And I think whoever wins this one, like you said, is going to be catapulted through the final 3 weeks coming up. Those are our keys to the game. We'll check starting lineups here from Van Farm Week 6 on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by The Pierre, Pogue Chevy Buick dealer in Hannibal, and Lynn's Heritage House.
The Eagle 102 Sports starting lineups are coming up. Brought to you by Community State Banks of Missouri.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports comes health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at PCMH, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green, Clopton, and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athletes. I'm Eric Schaefer, certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
Ackles Farm Market has locally produced beef, pork, and honey. Stop in for your farm fresh cut ribeye, New York strip, sirloin steaks, fillets, stew meat, ribs, ground beef, snack sticks, and all beef hot dogs. While there, stock up on homegrown fruits and vegetables as well. Open every day, 9 to 7. Ackles Farm Market, just off Highway 54 between Louisiana and Pittsfield.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Ask me, Ashley Jenkins, about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Geared Up, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
The Eagle 102 Sports starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Banks of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
And your starting lineups for this Week 6 matchup. The defense for the visiting Bowling Green Bobcats. The defensive tackles are number 69, Jakari Clark, and number 32, Brady Huber. The defensive ends, number 56, Michael Orff, and number 34, Aiden Grody. The linebackers tonight for Bowling Green, number 58, Aaron McBride, number 28, Gary Welch, and number 15, Jordan Pasley. Also number 6, Isaac Oberhaus. And the defensive backs, number 1, Dane Dunn. And number 21, Nate Mix. I think I got everybody there, didn't I? All right. For Van Far, their offense, they're 5-0, coached by Lucas Gibson. They'll have on the line, the left guard is number 63, a junior Brandon Kurz. The left tackle is number 68, a junior Jackson Fisher. The right guard is number 55, a senior Dalton Hayes. And the center is number 56, junior Easton Sharp. The receivers, the tight ends, number 84, a junior Evan Utterback, and number 87, a junior Pacey Redding. Wide receiver, number 21, Gavin Gaston. And the running backs, number 32, a senior Malik Douglas, and number 40, a senior Tyson Douglas. And the quarterback for the Van Far Indians is number 22, a senior Reese Colwell. So there's your starters for this Week 6 matchup between the Van Far Indians and the Bowling Green Bobcats. The officials for tonight's game, the referee is Bill Treaster. The linesman is Brian Ray. The line judge is Tim Southers. The back judge is Mason Birch. And the umpire is Andrew Jansen. And Van Far comes onto the field. And that's an interesting entry point because their locker room is to the right. They come in from the left.
That's what you got to do, Mark. You got to keep your opponents guessing.
Never know where they're going to jump out from behind.
It's a great move.
Yeah.
We should have the camera
Yeah,
on
I
for
know.
that one. That would have been awesome.
I left the one camera in the booth at Bowling Green.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I hope it's still up there.
Yeah, I'm
As
sure.
Van Far will take the near sideline. This is a lot like the old field where the softball diamond is now to our right. Both teams sharing a grandstand. So it kind of, I think, adds to the rivalry a little bit.
Well, I think it can. I mean, you're certainly going to have more hearing of the trash talking if that's what you got going on. Yeah.
We've had our starting lineups. We'll take a break. We're just minutes away from the coin flip, the much debated coin flip here on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by White Insurance Agency, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, and Sudsy Tub.
Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats is your first stop when stocking your freezer. Brown's has frozen chicken, steaks, brats, and burgers ready to go. For wholesale and custom butchering, Brown's is your first call. It's where quality meets service. Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats. For your meat processing, smokehouse meats, and homemade sausage. Just off Highway 61 in Silex.
Geared Up, just off the square in Pittsfield, is your first stop for screen printing and embroidery. The folks at Geared Up take pride in making their communities and schools look great while offering the best prices around. If you're looking to expand your wardrobe or maybe a gift is on the list, stop by their store and check out numerous items in stock. When you're looking for custom apparel and awards for your business, organization, or team, stop by Geared Up, 211 South Madison in Pittsfield.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Bowling Green Tractor, State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Vicki Cadwallader Real Estate, and Pepsi.
Van Far, Bowling Green, week 6, here from Van Far High School. And let's send it over for a preview of Pleasant Hill North Green. We got Station and Jordan over there. Guys, how's that game shape up?
Well, thank you very much, Mark. Right now, it's homecoming over here for the Wolves, so they are currently doing that coordination. But about the football game, Pleasant Hill's coming in 1-4, 0-3 in the conference. North Green is 0-5 overall and 0-3 in the conference. Pleasant Hill's coming off of a thriller overtime loss to West Central, and North Green is coming off of a 42-0 loss to Carrollton. It's going to be a good, hard battle down here at the Wolves Country. Pleasant Hill is going to run the ball a lot, and they're going to make North Green stop it. So it's going to be a pretty intense game, I would say. Jordan, anything you want to add?
No, you did a good job of summing it up, Station. I think both teams are going to come out hungry for a win. North Green, 0-5, but they've played kind of the gauntlet part of their schedule. They've played Camp Point, Calhoun, Route, Greenfield, who are all kind of the cream of the crop in the conference. So it'll be an interesting battle here tonight to see who comes out on top.
We will send it back to you, Mark. That's a 102 game break.
Thank you very much. And Bowling Green has taken the field. The anthem has been played here at Van Far High School. We'll be checking in with Station and Jordan throughout the evening. And Rodney and Kelly, they're over at North Callaway as Louisiana will take on the young North Callaway T-Birds. T-Birds 4-1, Louisiana 0-5. The only blemish on North Callaway's record are the Bowling Green Bobcats.
Yeah, they look good. North Callaway really looked pretty good in that game there a couple times in that first half. They really shut Bowling Green down, in the first half, 8-8 for a long time. And then the last minute and 15 seconds kind of fell apart for them. And they abandoned the pass against Bowling Green, which was really odd because in that first half they were doing really well throwing the ball, and then they went away from it for some reason.
So that's what's going on in our featured games tonight. Jim will keep you abreast of what's going on around the area as the teams get ready. Just going through a few little warm-ups, and then we'll have the coin flip here from Van Far High School in just a couple of minutes here on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Ameriprise Financial Advisor Tamara Scherder, Pogue Ford, and W5 Auction Services. Seize the summer with hot savings on versatile New Holland mid-range tractors from Bowling Green Tractor. Choose 0% financing for 72 months or get up to $10,000 in cash back. Pick the deal that's right for you. As icing on the cake, you'll pay no money down with nothing due until 2025 with either offer. This summer's hottest deals on utility tractors are available now at Bowling Green Tractor. Stop in for all the details. Offer ends September 13th. For commercial use only. Customer participation is subject to credit qualification and CNH Industrial Capital America LLC approval. Standard terms, conditions, and other restrictions apply. Down payment may be required.
State Farm in Pittsfield understands that life can be tough. The State Farm staff is there to help you make smart decisions when it comes to all your insurance and financial service needs. Call, email, text, or stop by the office Monday through Friday between 9 to 5 to talk to an agent. State Farm in Pittsfield, a family-oriented office, is located at 311 Half West Washington Street in Pittsfield, serving Pike County, Illinois, and the surrounding areas.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex. Pike County Mutual Insurance agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Cluckey, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
Getting ready for week 6 here from Van Far High School. Mark Front of Chris Grody here in the broadcast booth. Brand new press box here at Van Far. Not even completed yet. We're in the beginning stages, but I like what they've done. Who were the Huskers? They had the garage door style windows, and that's what they got here at Van Far.
The Huskers.
Yeah. Come on.
Lafayette County.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yep. They did. It wasn't much. I think was it this tall or was it a little higher than this? This is nice.
Their press box was definitely higher, but the windows are the same. That was three story.
Yeah.
With 2 stories of windows to broadcast.
What I remember is it was like -2.
Yeah.
And we were like +14 on heaters in our area.
Oh yeah. I brought every space heater. I'm surprised we didn't have a fire. It was good it was a brick building.
That's right.
Brick and concrete.
Oh.
Hopefully we'll be broadcasting in that kind of cold here before too long.
Hopefully. Chris Dewar is in the house at the Van Far Bowling Green game here.
This I don't know if anyone, when the schedule was made, thought how big of a game, how important this game would be for both teams.
I don't think so either. And the funny part to that is Bowling Green's schedule in 2 weeks has another big game coming up for them. So this is an important game for them to get through and show everybody. And of course this year's not quite as bad as it has been, but show the people that don't believe that this is what they're here for. And then what is it, Montgomery County, then Valley Catholic comes to Bowling Green.
While we wait for the coin flip and before the kickoff, let's send it over to North Callaway and get the scene set for Louisiana as they take on the T-Birds.
Thank you, Mark. We are here in North Callaway. Rodney Dolbear alongside Kelly Henderson. The captains are on the field. Louisiana looks like they will receive the opening kickoff, so they'll have the opportunity on offense first as the captains, Pitzer, Shepard, and Nick Tula, out to have the coin toss. And we're just about 60 seconds away from getting underway. As you mentioned earlier, 4-1 North Callaway, only blemish against Bowling Green, Louisiana. 0-5 looks to get some momentum and some positive things going here this evening. We'll keep you update as we can. Back to you, Mark, in Vanfar.
Thank you very much, and we will send it around the area as the first half and the evening goes along. And you were watching the coin flip. I was listening to Rodney. What do we got?
Vanfar won the coin toss and deferred, and Bowling Green chose to receive the ball. So we will see Bowling Green's offense first, going from left to right here on the kickoff.
And looking, the wind is blowing kind of
cross field.
Yeah, which is, I guess, northwest.
Yeah, ish. Yep. Ought to blow all that cow field right over to us.
Yeah, I think this is the first game we've done with cows in the background.
I think it is. Well, we did it last year, but there weren't cows there.
Yeah, I don't think they were out last year.
Yeah.
So the Indians will kick off. Their kicker.
So the mooing is not Mark.
Gibson Condi for the Indians. Again, talking to the coaches. Tackling going to be important. Staying healthy going to be important. Here we go.
Pumped up crowd.
Week 6 action. And it's a squibber to the near side. And it'll go out of bounds.
Good.
Down at the 32-yard line.
Tanner McGaw is in.
He is?
Yeah.
So
Tanner McGaw let it bounce there, rolled out to the sidelines, let it go out of bounds, so Bowling Green will get the ball right where it's at the 35?
And I don't see a cast, so.
I don't know. I mean, I know probably more than I should because his dad's a friend of mine, and they're going to get it at the 37.
Yeah, it'll be a 5-yard penalty since the 35 was only a 3-yard penalty.
Yeah. Good point.
So Bowling Green, the first shot in this EMO conference matchup. And they're putting it on the ground here on first down. And not a whole bunch there. Gain of about 3. It'll be second down and 7.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
$11:35 to go here in the opening quarter. Keep it on the ground. Quarterback keeper, Askew. And he'll pick up a few. Gang tackled. Who was on top of that for Vanfar was Pacey Redding. But it'll set up a manageable third down for the Bobcats, 3rd and about 3.
Yeah, they're hurrying out to the line real quick, which we always see them do, but they're almost lining up in like just both of the running backs are right on the line of scrimmage and just helping push Jace through. So coach has got trying something against them here to set them off just a little bit.
3rd and 3 from the 44-yard line, and a timeout taken by Bowling Green as the play clock was down to 4. And the Vanfar defense is pumped up. An early timeout in this one. We'll take one too. Week 6 action on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Geeky Hillbilly, Twin Pike Family YMCA, and Ackles Farm Market.
Pepsi Cola Bottling Company is a proud sponsor of the local schools and their athletes. When it's time to quench that thirst, reach for one of the many Pepsi products found in the local concession stands, including Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sundrop, or the all-new Starry Lemon Lime. If you are wanting something other than soda, enjoy Bubbler, Clarbrun Water, Lipton Teas, Gatorade, and more. Pepsi Cola Bottling Company in New Haven and Bowling Green wishes all the area athletes a great season.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Hi, this is Shelley Clucky with Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We appreciate the value of working hard and making sure you've taken steps to make sure you're prepared for whatever comes your direction. Best wishes to all of our area athletes for another amazing season from myself and Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the Square in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
So Bowling Green drew Van Far offside after the timeout, and on first down they get it into Indian territory to the 49. It'll be 2nd and 8. Short run.
Yeah, first play, Dane Dunn to the right side off tackle for maybe a gain of 3 yards or a long 2.
First pass, and that is caught up the
Oliver
middle.
Niemeyer.
Niemeyer, he's gone. Up the middle of the field and into the end zone.
48 yards.
Touchdown, Bowling Green. Set up the pass with the run and take it to the house for an early lead. 10:05 to go here in the opening quarter, and the Bobcats will go for 2. The Bobcat fans down below us are fired up. For the 2-point conversion, they put a man in motion. That's Dane Dunn. Handoff goes to Eastonorf, and he's into the end zone. 2-point conversion good. 8-0 Bowling Green. 10:05 to go here in the opening quarter. And the Bobcats strike on their opening possession from Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by The Pierre, Pogue Chevy Buick dealer in Hannibal, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Discover Gambino's Eatery in Louisiana, open Wednesday through Sunday, with our lunch options until 4 p.m., including tenderloin, burgers, wrap options, and salads. Enjoy dinner favorites like the make-your-own pasta dish, lasagna, and red wine pot roast from 4 p.m. to close. We offer more than just pizza and Italian. There's something for everyone. When the weather is nice, dine on our beautiful patio. Now open Sundays from 11 to 2. Join us at Gambino's on 3rd and Georgia in Louisiana.
If it's not on the menu, we don't talk about it.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
They take the kickoff up the middle, and Van Far returns it to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, about a 20-yard return for Van Far. Good return, just straight up the gut.
So good starting field position for the Indians. And Reese Coel will bring the offense onto the field.
Last play for Bowling Green was a good one, 48 yards to Oliver Niemeyer. Wide open, and then the safety tries to make a tackle, and Oliver's a big kid, just kind of shrugs off that tackle and runs the last 20 yards all by himself for the touchdown.
And the first carry of the contest. Tried to break a tackle, did Malik Douglas. Nothing there. He got back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Gain of 0. Who was the first Bobcat there to make contact with him? Was it Dane?
I think it was.
Looked like Dane Dunn made contact with him from his outside linebacker position and stopped him just long enough for the rest of the Bobcat defense to get over to him.
And what a great job by the front for Bowling Green to push that out to the side and allow the linebackers to.
They're running a 3. Well, now they're running 4 down linemen. Nope, just 3.
Empty backfield. Now they hand it off to Douglas. Ball's on the ground. Bowling Green has it.
Oh, my goodness. Who recovered it?
That was Pasley.
Jordan Pasley coming in big for the Bobcats. He's done a good job, man.
Just miscommunication on that motion between the quarterback Coel and the running back Malik Douglas, and it's a turnover back to Bowling Green. Good field position, 40-yard line. So Van Far a turnover, no yards on their first possession, already trailing by 8.
Yeah, 2 plays, 0, and then the fumble. And like you said, just the miscommunication on the running back and the quarterback. It looked like he never even got the ball.
Handoff up the middle.
Wow,
they're strong.
Really good in the middle.
Got looks like 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Well, we saw this against North Callaway a little bit where Bowling Green got to just really push in the middle of the field, and then when they jumped back out to that off tackle, they broke a couple big plays. And we saw already that Van Far's really expecting a heavy run offense from Bowling Green.
Got Mix on the outside.
Kid can run.
Here on second down, quarterback keeper.
Good pick and shoot.
Yeah, that was a little dance in there from Jace, and he picks up about 5, and it's going to be a manageable 3rd down and 2 for Bowling Green.
Yeah, Jace so far fakes that ball to the dive on the left, keeps it himself back to the right, and just has got to jump around a couple guys.
Yeah, he had a good juke in the middle of that pile.
Yeah, picked up good 5 yards to make this a manageable 3rd down, like you said.
Down to 8:05 to go here in the opening quarter, 8-0 Bowling Green. They've got it 3rd and 2 from the 32 of the Indians.
These lights are awesome.
Oh, they are great. Askew hands it off. East to North has enough for the 1st down. That'll move the chains. Fresh set for Bowling Green. And let's send it over to Pleasant Hill, see if we got an update from Stason and Jordan.
Yes, the game just got started here. It's probably 2 minutes in. But right now it's 0-0. Pleasant Hill just had a turnover on downs. North Green just now starting their possession. A little quiet right now, but when we get some more, we'll let you know. Thank you, Mark. That's the Eagle 102 game break.
All right, so no score. Pleasant Hill comes up empty on their first possession on homecoming night. 1st and 10, rollout. Askew puts it in the air, up the field, end zone, and too far.
Dang, that was a good throw.
Yeah, it was.
From his back foot. That was
out the back of the end zone.
Yeah, he chucked that ball. That was a good throw.
So Bowling Green 2nd and 10.
Tried to put that ball into the end zone to Nate Mix, but he had a couple of defenders underneath of him, so Jace just threw the ball out of the field of play, which is a really good decision.
2nd and 10 as Askew brings the play in from the sideline. 27 on the play clock. Clock stopped at 7:09 on the incompletion. They go to the near side. Oh, bouncing off a tackle is Dane Dunn.
Kind of a reverse almost. Jace turns out opposite side and then gives the ball to when he turns all the way around, gives the ball to Dane coming back this way. So kind of a misdirection play and worked for several yards. It'll be 3rd and 2.
Seems like it's been 3rd and 2 all evening so far for Bowling Green. Very manageable and just chipping away, mixing in a pass each series so far. And this one,
it's going to be first.
Dunn gets the 1st down.
Another 5 yards.
And we're down to the 15-yard line while they reset the downs. Let's send it over to North Callaway for an Eagle 102 game break.
Thank you, Mark. Louisiana, a very impressive opening drive, 68 yards, capped by a 6-yard touchdown run by Pitzer, 2-point conversion, no good. North Callaway has it. They also started at their own 32, and they have moved the chains. They'll have it at the 45-yard line, 1st and 10. But Kelly, by far one of the crispest drives I've seen Louisiana execute this year.
Yeah, no, the crispest drive that they've had this year.
In the first set of downs, they were certainly helped by a face mask penalty. It was getting ready to be 3rd and very, very long. Had a face mask, moved it to 2nd and 2, and then they just marched it right down the field from there. So a 6:39 left to play here in the first quarter. Louisiana on top 6-0 in North Callaway. This is the Eagle 102 game break.
Down to 6 minutes to go here. It'll be 3rd and 1 inside the 10 at the 6-yard line of the Indians for Bowling Green.
Yeah, they can still get a 1st down here with this 1-yard run, but the least amount of yards we've seen so far is 2, so that's a pretty good average or advantage for the Bobcats here.
Bowling Green trying to knock it in off the Van Far turnover. That's done. He's got the 1st down. I like that spin handoff right to the sideline for the next play. Yeah. That SQ just performed there.
Yeah, you don't have to really expect him to carry out a play fake because he's just running to the coach.
So first and goal for the Bobcats, 5:17 to play here in the opening quarter. If Bowling Green can go up 2 scores here, that would be huge to set up the rest of the night for the visitors. Dunn. Ooh.
He's in.
Hit as he made his move, but falls across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats, and it's 14-0 on the road for Bowling Green. 2-point conversion yet to come, and not the start we expected for sure.
No, well, I mean, not all of us, but I kind of, I don't want to jinx nobody, but Bowling Green really is a juggernaut football team right now, and maybe we're going to see something out of Van Far yet because they did not have a very good start to their first drive.
Fakes the pitch out. Goes to the corner of the end zone. Grody catches it on the back line for the 2-point conversion. And Bowling Green goes up 16 here on the road. 5:01 to go in the first quarter. The Bobcats have struck twice. Van Far needs a good series when we come back on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by White Insurance Agency, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, and Sudsy Tub.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Noah Builders, Castile's Color Wheel, Eagles Nest End, and People's Savings Bank.
Easton Orff back in to kick for Bowling Green here on the second kickoff.
And he puts a leg into it, and it's going deep this time. Backing up to the goal. Oh, took a Bowling Green bounce, stopped on the 1, so they'll have to return it. That's Douglas, and he is hit at the 15 and brought down, gang tackled, really slowed down by
Oliver Niemeyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Oliver did a really good job to get down there and stop him. And then Jordan Pasley and Nate Mix, it looked like, in a whole litter of Bobcats grabbed a hold of him to just finish him off.
Van Far's got some big guys.
Well, they got a freshman. What is he,
6'7" and 300 pounds. That's
I had to look at the roster when I saw him on the sidelines, and then you told me he was a freshman.
Yeah, Caden Chrisman. Jordan Fisher, no slouch, 6'4", 185.
Yeah.
He looks bigger than that.
They got a lineman, too, that was 6'1", 290. This guard down here nearest to us, he's a hoss, too.
Inside handoff, and Pasley got a hold of the running back.
Don't say Douglas. I need to know which one.
Yeah, right? That
40.
Yeah, that was the first carry for Tyson Douglas after Malik had done the carrying on the first drive for Van Far, which ended after 2 plays.
Yeah, 1 yard gain. It looks like they gave him. That was a little more than that. I knew as soon as I asked you were going to say Douglas. That's why I had to say don't say Douglas.
Well, you know, they're twins.
Yeah.
2nd and 9 for Van Far. 4:15 to go.
Give up the middle.
That's back. And push back and out of bounds.
Tanner McGaw coming in right there to make a tackle. That's going to be a loss of 2-3 yards. 2 yards.
That was Malik on that one.
It's 32.
Yep. Clock running again. 3:55 to go, and it's 3rd and 12 for Van Far. Lost of 3 on the play.
Yeah, Tanner McGaw did a great job from that safety. He's a safety by roster, but they cheat him up into the linebacker, and he's not afraid to go make a tackle. So he does a great job in the position he plays.
3rd and 11.
Passing down here, so Bowling Green needs to be paying attention.
They've got 4 receivers, 3 to the near side.
Fake.
He is throwing. That's a duck and thrown out of bounds.
Yeah, by about 5 yards.
Well, just, I think, rushed that a little bit, threw off his back foot, and it was wobbling.
I don't think you should say duck this close to duck season. There's probably duck hunters out here.
Yeah.
I don't want nobody to get shooting at a football at a school event.
I'm wearing dark clothes, so I don't even know if they'll see me. We're in the dark back here, you know?
Yeah, we're talking about the football.
Oh, that
Why
too.
would they be shooting at the press box? The duck. They shoot at the duck.
Because I was talking about ducks. They're going to punt. How about that?
I'm going to have to take you duck hunting. You're going to have to learn that. Oh!
We're up here in the
almost
blind.
blocked.
That one's going to go all the way out to the 44-yard line. It'll be down there.
Aiden Grody from his defensive end position almost got a big old paw on that football.
Down by David Main.
David Bain.
Main,
excuse me. Thank you.
Well, we haven't had much rain, so there's no water around the fields for the waterfowl to land in.
That's true.
I think we're safe.
But it's green. That's all.
Here's Eskew. Ooh, broke a tackle. Got back
Yeah.
across the line of scrimmage. He's going to gain about a yard, maybe 2.
Give him 2. And did a good job to break that tackle and get an extra yard. So, I mean, no, maybe 1. They didn't really give him a good
they moved
spot.
it back. Down to 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. 16-0 Bowling Green. They've got a Van Far turnover and a Van Far punt. Bowling Green happy to run a little clock here.
Yeah. Just something we don't see them do a lot. Pretty quick normally. Hell, there it is again.
And somebody moved. I think it was on the left side for Van Far.
Two of the top defensive linemen, so it had been their right side. The offensive left side jumped on that play. You're right. Trying to get him to pump up the jam there. Pump it up. There it goes.
The back judge, or the head referee, actually.
We know Jim is jamming right now. He knows that song. He's dancing back at the station.
Hand off, done.
Bounce outside.
On 2nd and 5. He's got the first down and more, and he's going to go all the way down inside the 10. Dane Dunn makes it 1st and goal, Bowling Green.
40 yards for Dane on an off tackle that he bounced outside, and then there was no defender or DB back there to stop him.
And he had a blocker with him. 1st and goal from the 4 for the Bobcats. Looking to go up by 3 scores here in the opening quarter. Hand off. Bouncing off, and
good.
He's in. Signaled by the official on the far side.
Three yards.
Broke the plane. 3-yard touchdown. Dane Dunn, 22-0. 1:55 to go in the opening quarter. And, you know, you can talk till you're blue in the face leading up to a game. It's the guys on the field that need to perform, and Bowling Green has come out just guns blazing against Van Far here on the road. And flags come out prior to the snap on the 2-point try.
It's going to be against Bowling Green, it looks like. False start.
False start against the Bobcats, so we'll have a bit longer to go on this 2-point conversion attempt with Bowling Green up 22-0.
So this makes this an 8-yard attempt.
They break the huddle.
Roll out.
Puts it in the air, and Grody goes up and get it. Aiden Grody, another 2-point conversion. That's his second tonight, 24-0. Bobcats lead, minute 55 to go in the opening quarter. Let's send it back to our Countdown to Kickoff studios. Jim Ross, you have some updates from around the area.
Yes, we do. Pittsfield leads Trails Maroa Forsyth 15-0. Quincy Notre Dame leads Springfield Lampier 14-0. No score in Pleasant Hill White in the Pleasant Hill North Green game. Couple turnovers on downs by both teams. 6-0, Louisiana leads North Callaway. Haven't heard an update on that for a bit. We'll have to get it back to Rodney here in just a minute. And Monroe City leads Palmyra 14-6, all in the first quarter. Back to you guys.
At Van Far, it's all Bobcats so far, leading 24-0.
Easton Orff back in for Bowling Green to kick after that awesome kick last time. It bounced at the 1 and fielded at the, 2 or 3?
Mm-hmm.
Another good kick.
This
Backing
one
up,
through
touched
the
it.
hands, picked up at the 10, makes a move, tried to cut it back, bounces off a man. That's the wide receiver, Gavin Gaston. He goes to the far side,
touchdown.
and
Easton's
he
got it.
is
Still going.
still on his feet and out of bounds near midfield. What a return by Gavin Gaston for the Van Far Indians, their best field position to start a drive tonight.
Yeah, Mark, he picks the ball up at the 10-yard line, breaks 2 tackles there, breaks a tackle midfield, and Easton Orff, the kicker, who's also a fantastic tackler, just gets enough of him to knock him out of bounds here at the, the 41-yard line, 42-yard line.
They say he stepped out prior to midfield, so it's at the 42.
He was calling for blockers. He had his hand up, calling for a blocker. He did a good job.
So Gaston
gave me goosebumps.
breathes life into the Van Far Indians. Coel brings the offense onto the field. 2 backs behind him. Pitch out to the near side. Makes a move, puts his head down. Nate Mix drags him down. Got a little help at the end from McGaw. But that's probably the best run of the night so far from Malik Douglas.
Well, that's a great play. They set everything up, and they faked the handoff to the up Douglas boy, and then pitch it out to the one that's off on the left side of the quarterback, and then he's got a a lead blocker running back and a wide receiver blocking. And Nate Mix for Bowling Green did a good job to get off that block and make this open field tackle, and Tanner McGaw come in to help him here at the end.
Clock running down to 1:10 to go in the quarter. After this play, we'll check in with the boys with Louisiana and North Callaway. It's 2nd and 1 for the Indians, and they'll take it up the gut, and he'll have the first down.
Oh, that's not a – yeah, they're going to give him the first down, but that was a very generous spot.
Yeah, Reese Coel.
Very generous spot.
It looked, and I'm right on the line of scrimmage here, it looked like the ball did cross the first down marker. And let's send it over to North Callaway. Rodney and Kelly have an Eagle 102 game break.
Thank you, Mark. Second quarter just underway. Louisiana now trails 8-6. A 27-yard touchdown pass held from O'Neal gives North Callaway the lead after the successful 2-point conversion. On that drive, Kelly, Louisiana had him 3rd and long, had the back wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. He squirts free, gets the first down. Louisiana had a great chance to get off the field there.
Yeah. That was a momentum swing right there for Callaway. And after that first down, it seemed like they could easily march the ball on every play after that.
North Callaway has it 2nd and 6, still on their own side of midfield. This game is being played at the pace that you want it to be if you're Louisiana. Only 3 drives in that first quarter. Now we've moved into the second quarter. Louisiana trying to make a stop and trying to get the ball back. Their offense stalled out after moving the chains one time on their second drive. Again, 11 minutes left in the second quarter of play. 8-6 North Callaway. They have the ball on a fresh set of downs at their own 48. This is an Eagle 102 game break.
And we've got an injured Bobcat on the near sideline. It appears to be Oliver Niemeyer.
That's number 3, yep. That's Oliver.
And it's right on the Van Far sideline, right where the tackle was made. There's 9 seconds left in the quarter. So let's send it over to Pleasant Hill, see if we've got any updates from the Wolves on their homecoming night.
Thank you, Mark. 0-0. We got 1:44 to go here in the first quarter. I'm pretty sure there's been more flags thrown than plays ran so far in the first quarter, Jordan.
Yeah, it's got a little ugly here recently. Had a couple of face mask calls, some holdings, so pretty sloppy right now. But hopefully both teams will get going and we'll have some action for you here in a little bit.
All right, that's the Eagle 102 game break. Back to you, Mark.
24-0 our score. The injured Bobcat, Oliver Niemeyer, still down on the near sideline We'll take a break, come back with more as we're getting close to the end of the quarter. 24-0. Bowling Green leads Van Far on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Ameriprise Financial Advisor Tamara Schurter, Pogue Ford, and W5 Auction Services.
Everyone needs help with something at some point in their life. This is Tracy B. with PCHD, and I am here to remind you that we have certified community health workers staffed at our office that offer assistance for free to those who need help navigating local resources and more. Please don't hesitate to call 573-324-2111 to learn more or visit our website at pikecountyhealth.org.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, Ackles Farm Market, and Shelter Insurance Agent Ashley Jenkins.
24-0 Bobcats leading Van Far here from Van Far High School. Mark front of Chris Grody back in the broadcast booth. 9 seconds to go in the quarter. They're still tending to the injured Bobcat Oliver Niemeyer on the near sideline. And you hate to see it. He's had such a great season so far. You got big games coming up. He's a special talent in that in that Bowling Green locker room. So you hate to see that for him and for the Bobcats.
Well, I don't know what they're. I mean, of course they're tending to him. So now the Van Far coach is moving all the Van Far kids down from where he's at. But Oliver is moving. They've rolled him over to his back. The doctor's down there looking at him.
Yeah, training staff. Coach St. Clair is there. Van Far actually going to the end zone. So they're completely vacating, and we may be bringing in an ambulance to take Oliver Niemeyer off here at the end of the first quarter. So let's send it back to Jim with a look around the area.
Not a whole lot new to report. As Rodney mentioned, North Callaway scored. They lead Louisiana 8-6. Monroe City now leads Palmyra 14-12, and Francis Howell leads Troy Buchanan 7-0 over in Illinois. At the end of the first quarter, Moreau Forsyth leads Pittsfield 15-0, and still no score from Pleasant Hill and North Green. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much. 24-0, and they're the officials just signaled to the Bobcats to. I don't know if they signaled to move back to the sideline, or yeah, that's what they're doing, because they had a huddle on the far hash mark. So Bowling Green leads, but a very somber scene right now at Van Far High School. And while we wait for the situation to be resolved, let's send it to North Callaway and get an extended game break from Rodney and Kelly.
Thank you, Mark. North Callaway still has the ball. 9:44 to play here in the second quarter of play. They'll face second and about 5. We'll just keep it right here, do a little play-by-play until things get sorted out in Van Far. But as I mentioned, North Callaway has the ball. O'Neill is their quarterback. He has Morin Galbraith standing behind him. Drops straight back to pass, looking to the right side, dumps it underneath. Receiver catches it at the 25-yard line, falls forward to the 27. It'll be a first down, or very near a first down.
I'm a little shocked to see North Callaway even put the ball in the air. They've been so successful. They found that Louisiana defense hasn't been able to stop that power off tackle, and Callaway's just ran it for positive yards. I'm a little surprised to see him even put the ball up in the air there, Rod.
I would agree. The pass completion to Colin Moore did move the chains. North Callaway has it 1st and 10 at the Louisiana 23-yard line. Split backs behind O'Neill. Pitches to the near side at the 35 or the 25-20, still on his feet. Tripped up, falls forward to the 16-yard line. A nice gain. That was Moore with the pitch. Just operating out of not really a wishbone, just kind of a offset left and right running back. Quarterback just a little bit in front of him, and
just playing the numbers game, trying to get more blockers, in an area than Louisiana has defenders. Louisiana's defensive backfield is not coming up and being aggressive on those off tackles and those perimeter plays.
2nd and 3, handoff running to the left side, cuts back at the 15, still on his feet to the 10, still on his feet, driving to the 5. A host of Bulldogs brings him down. The chains will move. It'll be 1st and goal.
There's that off tackle power left that North Callaway has been running and running with some success. If that defensive end for Louisiana doesn't shut that hole down, doesn't squeeze it down as he's trying to work on outside containment, that play is going to be there for North Callaway every time they run it.
Jaden Galbraith with the carry. They wind the clock, under 8 minutes to play here in the 2nd quarter. 1st and goal from the 4. North Callaway has the ball and a 2-point lead at 8-6. Snap back. Galbraith takes a handoff. Option or power off the right side. He walks into the end zone.
Touchdown. Yeah.
So Galbraith scores from 4 yards out.
Yeah, just a simple little power play, and looked like a 4-hole to me. And fullback went in, made the block, and Galbraith went in. He did get touched, but barely.
North Callaway went for and converted the 2-point conversion on their first touchdown. I thought Pitzer got in on their 2-point conversion, but officials down there said no. He got very close, but did not cross the goal line. 2-point conversion. O'Neal rolls out, hands off to the left side. Moore hit short of the line to gain, but falls forward into the end zone, bounces off the tackler.
You know, again, that same play, it's that bread and butter. You know, that off tackle, tailback is just following his blockers, and if he's got it inside, he's cutting it up, and if it's outside, he's just staying there with it. Louisiana's defense is not able to neutralize Callaway's lead blockers on that off tackle power play. So until they do, Callaway's going to continue to have success with that.
Well, Louisiana's just about to get it back for their 3rd offensive series of the game. They scored on their first one. Moved the chains one time on their 2nd drive before punting. North Callaway takes it 65 yards, capped, or 63 yards, capped with the Galbraith touchdown run. So Louisiana needs to mount a drive. You're down 16-6, 10 points, 7:40 left in the 2nd quarter play. About a 7-minute, 35-second drive to end the half would be pretty nice to dial up here, Kelly, if you could just get those plays scripted.
It would be healthy for them. Louisiana on offense has found some success, you know, in the 2 and the 3 holes with the fullback Brady Shepard being able to go through there. Now, I did see on the last drive that Callaway made a little adjustment to try to shut that down a little harder.
Donnell Griffith, he'll stand at the 10-yard line. He returned the opening kickoff. They squibbed the second one. This one's deep. Griffith will let it bounce at the 15, picks it up at the 10, cuts to his left at the 20. He'll step out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and that's where Louisiana will put it in play, 1st and 10, 7:31 left to go here in the 2nd quarter of play.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Louisiana's coaches think they have here on offense. What opened back up, I look for him to at least try, you know, Shepard through this middle early and on these early downs. And if it looks like it's shut down, they may have to go back to some power off tackle here.
Multi-purpose room from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Pitzer leads the Bulldogs to the line, 1st and 10, I backfield, Shepard and Griffith. Pitzer under center, takes the snap, hands off to Shepard across the 25-yard line, still fighting for yardage. Going to gain about 5. That's Brady Shepard's bread and butter, Kelly. We said it during the first drive, and he picks up 5. Had a hole there, found the seam, and then picked up about 2 or 3 extra yards after the contact.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a side adjustment or, you know, we just got lucky. Callaway's defensive tackles, you know, they're moving around up front. That time they were in both A gaps, and we were able to go over to the 4 hole that time. So I don't know if that's a Shepard adjustment or what.
McDaniel splits to the near side, I backfield. Handoff to Shepard again, hit at the line of scrimmage. Not going to get much, although he does fall forward for about 2. So it's going to be 3rd and 4.
Now, that time, the Callaway's defensive tackles were in the A gaps again, but they ran through the A gap rather than a side adjustment. It would be nice if they were able to see where they're lined up and just widen that out, just one hole and be able to go.
3rd and 4, big play for Louisiana. High backfield, double tight end set, single receiver to the near side. Handoff Shepard, hit at the line of scrimmage, fights for yardage. He's going to be short, about 1.5 yards. He crosses the 30. Ball's going to be marked down just shy of the 31.
Yeah. They was wanting to run the option there. The quarterback made the right read there. Callaway's defensive end was able to shed his blocker enough and squeeze that hole down and make that tackle on the fullback on the give.
Well, I like this play. Head coach Steve Geschwinder leaves the offense on the field, 4th and actually just about 1 yard, maybe a short yard.
Yeah, I do too. You're an 0 for team, and if you can't get that, there's not much else you can do.
Pitzer under center, takes the snap, handoff to Shepard. He got the first down, boy. He was hitting the backfield, Kelly, and just a great individual effort by Brady Shepard. He slides out to the 35-yard line, and the Bulldogs get a new set of down.
Yeah, that was great effort by Brady. North Callaway shot a lot of defenders in every gap that Louisiana had there, and met Brady in the backfield, but he was able to bounce off at least 2 and maybe broke a 3rd tackle to get that first down.
1st and 10, Louisiana. Handoff Shepard up the middle to the 40. Still on his feet. Fights for first down yardage, maybe just a 0.5 yard short. Nice gain on first down, Brady Shepard.
It's there again, not to repeat, but Callaway's defensive tackles again are in the A gaps and the B gaps or the 4 and 5 gaps on the offensive side. A lot of people call them. It's right there. I think if the quarterback and Brady can just make a side adjustment on where those defensive tackles are at and go the whole out or the whole in, I think they're going to have some success.
Tough spot, 2nd and 2. I thought he got much closer to the first down. Pitch to Griffith in the backfield. Steps one man. He's going to be drugged down for a loss. Loss of 4.
Jared Wilson, tackle made by number 60.
Yeah. Big negative play there. Boy, you hate to see that. It's going to be 3rd and 6.
Yeah, and Callaway bringing a lot of guys up on line of scrimmage. They got extra guys on the outside. Just daring Louisiana try to run the perimeter plays on that. I just don't know if they're going to have much success with that until Callaway gets out of this defense.
3rd and 6. I formation, 2 receivers split to the near side. Fumble on the play. Pitzer recovers, but it's going to be 4th and 5. Looks like Louisiana's going to have to punt it away. We'll send it to Pleasant Hill with Stason and Jordan for an Eagle 102 game break.
Thank you very much, Rodney. Pleasant Hill just got the first score of the game thanks to a 12-yard TD run by Waylon White. And it was set up by quarterback Van Dyne with a 20-yard pass to Covington. So Pleasant Hill gets the first score of the game. They had a 2-point conversion to make it 8-0. North Green has not gotten the ball past the 50-yard line yet tonight. There's 9:25 to go with the second quarter. And Jordan, you give some quick stats real quick.
Yeah, Waylon White is up to 52 yards on the ground right now, so he's having himself a night. Tyler Van Dyne's got 31 yards. Ryder Roundhouse is yet to kind of get going. North Green doing a really good job of blocking the inside gaps and preventing him from getting any running room, but finding some success on the outside right now.
And like we said, North Green is still trying to find their rhythm on offense as they trail 8-0, 9:25 to go in the second. That's the Eagle 102 game break. We'll send it back to you, Rodney, in North Callaway.
Well, after the punt, North Callaway has it 1st and 10 from their own 25. Kelly and I were talking during the changeover. A stop right here would be great for Louisiana. You've got 2:52 left in the Second quarter of play here at homecoming in North Callaway. Handoff to Moore running to his left. Louisiana stretches this one out. Going to be a short gain, maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah, right. The difference in getting that defended, that's that play North Callaway's run all night and had success. And the difference is your defensive backfield for Louisiana finally come up and got aggressive and took on blockers and was able to cut that down to a yard. Now, what Louisiana needs to be careful of here in a down or two, if they don't get the first down, is play action off of that play.
Well, to be quite honest, in the scoring drives, that play, the runner, Moore, was not really getting any contact till about 8-10 yards down the field, and they strung that out nicely. Rolling out to the right side, going to be hit and dropped at the 29-yard line. Pass comes to the near side to Hayden.
Number 11, White. Hayden tackle made.
Again, nice job, Louisiana. They've got an opportunity to get off the field here. It's going to be 3rd and a long 6. Clock comes under 2 minutes to play, second quarter. Third and 6. North Callaway breaks the huddle. 2 backs under center is O'Neill. Handoff to Galbraith. He's going to be hit and dropped at the 34-yard line, maybe 33. So it's going to be 4th down and about 2.
Nice to see Louisiana's made a nice adjustment to be able to cut that play down to 2 yards instead of 15. Is where it's at. So they got them in a 4th down here. It'll be interesting to see what Callaway thinks they can do, not deep in their territory, but in their own territory. So
they're going to leave the offense on the field as we approach the 1 minute, move the chains.
Yeah, simple power between the guard and the tackle right there. And the fullback was able to move out. Louisiana did have defenders in the gap there, but the fullback was able to move them out enough for the tailback to get the first down.
We've got a timeout taken on the field. North Callaway wants to take a timeout. We'll step aside for some messages after this on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Geeky Hillbilly, Twin Pike Family YMCA, and Ackles Farm Market.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Geared Up, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Well, after the timeout, it was 1st and 10. Louisiana had O'Neill hemmed 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage, but unfortunately got a hand on the face mask. So the penalty is going to go against Louisiana. Kelly, they've played, not mistake-free certainly, but they've played much cleaner than the earlier games I've seen them play this year.
I agree. And even on that, you got a defensive lineman trying to chase down a quarterback. He's got an outstretched arm trying to grab a hold of, something there, and accidentally gets a finger in the face mask. It was by no means intentional. It was just very unfortunate.
Now, they didn't mark that from the spot, and that they gave him the first down. When Louisiana had the face mask earlier, they marked it from the spot and it didn't give him the first down. I don't understand that.
I don't either.
They have it 1st and 10. Quarterback O'Neill runs out to the left under pressure, hit and drill. Ball's on the ground. Ball's on the ground. They've whistled it down. Louisiana has the ball, but they can't be saying that's a pass.
Fumble recovered by the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs have it. The takeaway we talked about with 34 seconds left. Louisiana has the ball. The spot is baffling. They've marked it. No.
I think the referees are marking the runner, the quarterback down. I think they're saying the ground caused the fumble, and I don't know how they got that.
Well, if they did that, he should be 4 or 5 yards behind where they're at. Louisiana's defense is still on the field. That ball came out.
Yeah, way early.
Nick Tula just absolutely drilled O'Neal, and the ball came out. That was, oh, they've called an incomplete pass. That is absolutely ridiculous.
My gosh. Oh, my.
The ball came.
My.
The ball came from his hip.
Yeah, the ball was at his hip. He never got the ball above his shoulder during that whole play.
2nd and 10. O'Neal under center. He drops back, rolls to his left, under pressure, has a man in the right flat. Moore at the 30, run out of bounds at the 27-yard line.
Little busted coverage there, Rod. Whoever was supposed to be in the flat for Louisiana never got there. The North Callaway receiver was all by himself. There wasn't anybody within 7 yards of him anywhere. So he was able to make an easy catch and gain a lot of yards after that catch.
Hayden on the reception. Ball 1st and 10, North Callaway, 23 seconds left. Ball at the Louisiana 29-yard line.
That call on that sack was very unfortunate for Louisiana.
First and 10, O'Neal drops straight back, pass, looks, has a man wide open down the right side. Ball is off the fingertips at the 4-yard line. Moore dropped it.
Number 2, Colin Moore.
Yeah, the corner on the left side of the defense where the ball was thrown, he left his head in the backfield way too long, let that receiver get back behind him. He just lost sense of where that receiver's at, and you cannot have your head in the backfield for that long during the play if you're a cornerback.
Louisiana fortunate to not give up a touchdown there, and you really hope they can keep North Callaway out of the end zone after that questionable, now just bad call on the fumble. Snap back, O'Neal rolls to his left. He's under pressure. Griffith misses him, rolls out to the right side, pass to Moore. He catches it at the 15, ran out of bounds at the 10. 8 seconds left to play. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line.
Love the defensive play call there. Stunned linebacker too. One of them was the outside backer. Got him there way early, but even whenever you're stunning, you have to keep your body under control. So whenever you get there, you don't run by him like Louisiana's linebacker did on that.
Donnell got a hand on him, but as you mentioned, he just wasn't in control. So 8 seconds to play.
Nick Tula's starting to get a lot of pressure on these pass plays too. So that's very helpful if he can continue.
Nick Tula caused the fumble that they inexplicably called a incomplete pass. Timeout on the field, Louisiana. We'll send it back to Van Far. Mark, take it away.
Thank you very much. And again, going to the air, Van Far. Tipped.
Nice.
And
he caught it anyways.
Van Far receiver caught it anyway. Was that Gaston?
21.
It was. Gavin Gaston stuck with it. And to set the scene.
Gain how many yards? 15?
Yeah, it's all the way down to the 18-yard line. And a first down for Van Far. One of their biggest plays tonight. Bowling Green built a 24-0 lead in the opening quarter, but on the final play of the first quarter, Oliver Niemeyer went down for the Bobcats. Upper body injury. He was taken away by the Van Far Ambulance District. Good work by them and the athletic trainers for Bowling Green and the Indians and the Bobcats. One of their linemen actually fell down, but Van Far didn't snap it, and Malik Douglas on the far side got a gain of about 2 down to the 17-yard line of Bowling Green.
Yeah, they put a guy in motion and then go on a hard count, and one of the Bobcat defensive tackles jumped but got back, but as he got back, his foot slipped and he was sitting on his butt for a second.
Yeah, he almost went, well, we're at Van Far Indian style.
Yeah.
And was able to get back up.
That's exactly right, yeah. It's funny.
We don't have to say crisscross applesauce tonight.
That's right. Yeah, I got you, yeah.
2nd and 8 for the Indians. Down to 8:13 to go in the half. Van Far trying to get on the board here in the second quarter.
Pitch out.
Yeah, pitch out on the far side to Douglas. That's Malik.
Doesn't really go anywhere.
Yeah, he got a yard. It'll be 3rd down and about 6.
They seem to be having some success with their running backs in kind of an H-back formation
Mhm.
where they're both on the outside of their tight ends, and then one of the Douglas brothers goes in motion either way, and they run that either on a dive, a tackle, or a misdirection with the one in the backfield. They've had some success with that, 8 yards a couple times, and then they were almost in a wing formation, shotgun wing formation, but they couldn't really get anything, just a couple yards at a time. 3rd and what, 7? 3rd and 6.
They moved it back just a tad. It's almost 7. But deep
Pass.
in Bowling Green territory. They put it up the middle of the field. And that is tipped and knocked down. Who is there on the coverage?
It looks like Gary Welch. I can't see the number.
And Gaston, or is that 21? He's limping back to the huddle. And now he'll come to the Van Far sideline. It is Gavin Gaston.
28 is who was on that.
The coverage?
Yes.
Yeah, Gary Welch.
Gary Welch. So
And one of the Bowling Green linemen is trying to stretch it out between plays, too.
Yeah, 4th and 6. So this is a good 4th down call here, I think. Down by 24.
Big play for the Indians. Back to throw. They toss it, and it's caught, and they have the first down. Stopped short of the goal line, but it's going to be 1st and goal for Van Far as they've gone to the air here. And that was without their top receiver, Gaston. He's trying to stretch it out on the sidelines.
Who was the receiver on that mark?
I did not see. It had to be one of the tight ends, right?
Yes. Gain of about 10 yards.
As Coel brings the play in from the near sideline. Clock running down to 6:48. 24-0 Bowling Green. Van Far knocking on the door here. 1st and goal. Give to the near side, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Malik Douglas. Touchdown, Van Far. And they're on the board. It's a 4-yard run. 3-yard run on 1st and goal. 6:32 to go. It's 24-6.
24-6.
Indians into the end zone, and they'll go for 2. As the Van Far fight song plays for the first time tonight from the Indian Pride Band. Back to throw, and he is sacked. Ball comes out, but it doesn't matter. It's a 2-point try.
Jordan Pasley.
Conversion no good. And the Bobcat lead stays 24-6. Van Far on a 3-yard touchdown run by Malik Douglas gets on the board. Here with 6:32 to go in the first half on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by The Pierre, Pogue Chevy Buick dealer in Hannibal, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Central State Bank believes in more than just banking. Central State Bank's team takes the time to understand your unique needs and goals, and they're proud to be part of the community, actively supporting local businesses and events. Enjoy state-of-the-art banking technology for easy and secure online and mobile banking. Join thousands of satisfied customers who've made the switch to Central State Bank and experience the personal touch and professional service that set them apart. Visit one of the convenient locations in Pleasant Hill, Pittsfield, Kinderhook, Quincy, and Clayton. Central State Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Bowling Green Tractor, State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Vicki Cadwalader Real Estate, and Pepsi.
Van Far on the board.
Going to see Bowling Green's offense again after a little while.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they've been on the board. Oh, nice play by that dude. Yep.
Dude.
He was the up man and
some hands.
Took it across the 50 to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, kicked it a little high, jumped up, got the ball both hands, and then got about a 10-yard return.
Yeah, if you're going to short kick it.
I wouldn't do it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. I think that'll be, they'll look for a new target probably next time.
So I think it's very important for Bowling Green to to score on this possession.
I think so too.
Kind of get their heads right after the injury to Niemeyer. And here's Dunn. Good cut. Gets him down to the 41-yard line. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
Dane's at 15 carries already in the second quarter. They just run him to death.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of Easton Orff out of the backfield.
Yeah, he's got 1 run for 4 yards.
Clock running down to 5:55 to go here in the second quarter. Our first half was delayed, and here's
Jace kept it.
Yeah, he did on the option.
5 yards.
Over to the far
15.
side, and finally brought down across the 30 to, heck, that's going to go across the 25 to about the 22, 23-yard line.
About 20 yards. That was a good run. It looked like he gave that ball
Easton.
It looked like he gave that ball to Easton, but he bounced outside because Easton was grabbed right away. So that was a really good read on Jace's part.
5.5 to play here in the half.
This would be a good time to see a rollout pass. Of course, any time is a good time to see a rollout pass if you're the father of a tight end.
Yeah, the options at receiver are a little limited with the, as Dunn got tripped up going through the line. He almost broke that.
Yeah.
He's second down.
Gonna give him about 7 yards, maybe 8. 7. Well, it's an 8-yard gain. It's right the first time.
Come to the line, 25 on the play clock. Bowling Green hurrying up a little bit here. It's back to Dunn on second down. He gets into the secondary and gets the first down. It's going to be 1st and goal inside the 10, down to the 6, maybe 7-yard line.
Another good 5-yard run by Dane. You're right, he did about break that last one. He got caught from behind, and I think he tried to focus on not losing the ball because he turned around with that grab, and that's what stopped his momentum.
1st and goal.
Dane again.
Back to Dane,
Score.
and he is into the end zone.
In.
Touchdown, Bobcats. They get the points back, 30-6 with 4:24 to go here in the first half. That's exactly the medicine that Bowling Green needed.
Yeah, they did a good job to kind of come back from that score by Vandalia and the injury of Oliver Niemeyer. Oliver Niemeyer showing them that they're still here to play.
That's all you can do. Going for 2. Done. Yep. Aiden did a good job on the lead block there. He took his man all the way to the back line of the end zone on the 2-point try. 32-6, Bowling Green leads, 4:24 to go in the first half. And let's send it over to Pleasant Hill, see if we've got an Eagle 102 game break.
Thank you, Mark. Right now it's 8-0 in favor of the Wolves. 2:42 to go in the second quarter. Just to kind of give a quick recap, Pleasant Hill scored their first touchdown and only touchdown of the game on a run by Waylon Wright. That was 12 yards. North Green currently has the ball. They're making a nice drive, putting some things together for the first time for them tonight, and they are currently on the 31-yard line of the Pleasant Hill Wolves. And takes it off to the left for a run. It's going to be stopped by the Wolves. So I have noticed that North Green is passing the ball a lot more and having really good success against this Wolves defense. They tried to run there and kind of got stopped. Just a reminder, it is 8-0 in favor of the Wolves at 2:25 to go here in the second quarter. That's an Eagle 102 game break, and we'll send it back to Van Far.
Thank you very much. At Van Far High School, the Bobcats have answered and extended their lead to 32-6 with 4:24 to go over the Van Far Indians.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Both these teams 5-0. Bowling Green came out they were business from the start. And this one's going to go out of bounds on the far side, and they'll start it in pretty good field position.
Yeah, Easton had that ball in the middle of the field and then decided to kick it from the hash mark, and then it just went a little too far to that top side, which was actually going against the wind. The wind didn't really push it at all. So, yeah, Van Far will come out at the 35-yard line. And we'll see what Bowling Green's defense can do. Van Far's doing a really good job with that. I don't know what that formation is called with the widespread receivers on each side of the tight ends, or running backs on each side of the tight ends, but they're doing a real good job of disguising their offense away from the Bowling Green defense.
It worked for them on that last drive as they got it in the end zone for the first time. 4:23 to play, 1st and 10 from the 35 for the Van Far Indians. Quarterback keeps it himself, and there's just nothing there. He's going to lose a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11.
Yeah, they're running an option to the top side of the field, and Bowling Green did a great job to cut off the pitch man, and the running back had to turn, or excuse me, the quarterback had to turn back inside and had nowhere to go whatsoever.
4 minutes even left in the first half.
Yeah, this is where Van Far probably wants to slow down and burn more of that clock and get out of here in this first half, with what they are if they're not going to get a quick score.
Yeah, they want to score in the final 15 seconds or so.
Yeah, I think you're right. Of course, you want to score any time, but if you got to burn clock to do it.
Here's Malik.
Oh, there's a good run.
Up the middle, things got clogged. After a gain of about 4, it's going to be 3rd and 7.
Yeah, good tackle by Jace Eskew. 32.
Yes, and that's a load coming at you. Closer to 5, it's still 3rd and 7. 3:15 to go in the half.
This is where Bowling Green defense wants to see a good, strong stop here. Down, 24 points, you're gonna, you're gonna go for it here. So, 26 points, excuse me.
3 minutes even to go in the half.
Ran out of fingers.
You were supposed to be the good one at math. Backing up to pass, and that is incomplete.
Almost intercepted.
Yeah. It was right
Mix.
at the marker.
Yeah.
Mix on the coverage. The intended target was number 84, Evan Utterback.
Utterback was the receiver of that last first down reception, because I thought he was number 84, but I couldn't quite tell. Yeah, good play by Nate to cut that ball off, and he met right at the time the ball met the receiver, and looked like his hands were going for the ball too.
4th and they're calling it 6. Yeah, looks like 6 now. I think they moved the ball up a little bit.
I'm not changing my stats. I'm leaving them.
2:48, so the clock stopped on the incompletion. The Van Far offense still on the field, and a timeout taken by the Indians with 2:48 to go. 32-6, Bowling Green leads. Let's send it over to North Callaway for an Eagle 102 game break.
And Lake and Hartley. Thank you, Mark. We are about halfway through the homecoming festivities here in North Callaway. The score is 22-6. North Callaway on top of Louisiana. Scoring breakdown with 7:40 left. Louisiana had taken the opening drive in the first quarter. They led 6-0. With 2 minutes, 6 seconds left in the first, a 27-yard Threlkeld touchdown pass was good from O'Neill. The 2-point conversion to Moore was good. That made it 8-6. 14-6 was the score after a Galbraith 4-yard touchdown run. The tailback, very big, very talented. That came with 7:38 left in the second quarter of play. And then on the last drive of the half, Galbraith scores as time runs out. And I'm going to say it again, Kelly, that was one of the worst calls I've ever seen at any level of football officiating, just because the quarterback was running for his life and happened to spin off of a defender and was by himself. Nick Tula just drilled him. The ball was on his hip, and they called it an incomplete pass.
Yeah, and it wasn't like the quarterback had a knee down, an elbow down, anything with the ball. He was clearly up. The ball clearly come out before the quarterback's knee or elbow or anything hit the ground. The quarterback was not had the ball in a passing position where they can say it was an incomplete pass. I just really don't know what the ref saw to be able to make that call at that point.
I don't either. Later in the drive, Nick Tula comes free up the middle. He was held and almost spun around. Then he got to the quarterback a little late. They called the roughing. Really should have been an offsetting penalty situation. But nonetheless, our score is 22-6 at the half. Louisiana played a much cleaner half than they've played in previous games, but they do find themselves down 22-6 at the half.
Yeah, and Rod, I like the defensive adjustments that they made on that last drive. Louisiana, they brought some of their defensive backfield up a little bit and had them be more aggressive and stop that power off tackle well. They was a little more aggressive with shooting some of the outside linebackers. Nick Tula that defensive lineman is able to beat his man and cause some pressure on the quarterback. So, hopefully they can dial up a little bit more here in this second half on defense and then maybe move the ball on offense.
22-6 is our score. We're at the half. We'll send it back to Van Far. This is an Eagle 102 game break.
Aiden Grody with a 7-yard reception sets up 3rd and 1 for the Bobcats across midfield to the Van Far 48-yard line. Minute 40 to play here in the half. Bowling Green, after receiving the punt, trying to knock it in one more time. Here's Dunn into the secondary.
There we go.
He's on the far sideline and finally knocked down all the way down to the Indian 20-yard line. That'll move the chains.
23 yards. Got that ball in that off tackle mark, and again at the second level, he bounces outside. He's got so much speed and so much cut power. He's fast.
He gets it again, and he gets it across the 20 to the 19.
I'm not really sure why the refs let that go. The yard markers weren't even set. I mean, the line of scrimmage was, but the yard markers weren't set.
We're down to a minute to go. That might have something to do with it. Trying to speed things up here after the long delay in the first quarter. And inside handoff, not much there this time, down to 50 seconds, and it looks like Bowling Green going to take a timeout. They should be putting 3 seconds back on the clock. 47 seconds to go is what we have right now. 32-6, Bowling Green leads. They're trying to punch it in one more time before the half on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by White Insurance Agency, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, and Sudsy Tub.
Castile Color Wheel has been proudly serving Pittsfield and the surrounding community since 1950 and is an expanded retail area. They began as a paint retailer handling Benjamin Moore and Pittsburgh paints, developing into a full-service decorating center, including wall coverings and Hunter Douglas custom window treatments. Castile over the years has expanded with home decor, high-quality gift items, bridal and baby registry, an upscale ladies and children's boutique, open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 until noon. Let Castile's be your one-stop shop, located just off the northwest corner of the square in Pittsfield.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex, Pike County Mutual Insurance agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Clucky, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
Pass to Dunn, dropped as he tried to make the turn. 43 seconds to go, and it's going to be 4th and 5 for the Bobcats.
Yeah, 43 seconds left, and I think it's pretty safe to say that Coach Sinclair is going to go for it here on 4th and 5. Aiden, on that pass play, didn't get off the line of scrimmage. He got jammed at the line, and that's what that's all about, throwing that timing off. If Jace would have waited just another second before he threw it, he might have had a big gain to dude over the middle.
43 seconds to go. 4th and 5. Roll out. Askew. Middle. Touchdown, Bowling Green.
Who is it?
That was a bullet down the middle of the field.
To the wide receiver.
That was
Nate
Mix. Yep. For what? 18 yards?
18 yards.
And into the end zone again to make it 38-6. 37 seconds to go. Bowling Green, of course, will go for 2 to try and make it 40-6. Done. Stopped.
No good.
So our score, the Bobcats 38, the Van Far Indians 6. This is Week 6 football from Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Ameriprise Financial Advisor Tamara Scherder, Pogue Ford, and W5 Auction Services.
The Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast in Louisiana offers inviting guest rooms, each with its own unique character and historic charm. Call or book online at theeaglesnestinbb.com.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
Askew to Mix for 18 yards and a touchdown. 2-point conversion was stopped for the first time tonight. 38-6, Bowling Green leading Van Far.
Jace is 5 for 6 tonight for 80 yards and 2 touchdowns. And 2 2-point conversions.
And the one was right on the money.
Yeah. From 18 yards, a strike. Good catch by Nate Mix and great route.
Funky English on that one. As it's fielded.
Ball rolls, he's in trouble.
Down to the 26-yard line. That's Malik Douglas on the far side trying to find the edge. He gets around the edge, but Bowling Green stays with him and brings him down across the 30. Looks like the 32-yard line. That's where Van Far will take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, they do a good job, the Indians do, of their return. They get the ball way down here in the close corner to us. It runs all the way up the field, for a pretty decent return. And Bowling Green can shut that down, Mark, if their kick-off guys stay in their lanes. But everybody converges to the ball, and then you can't catch up to Douglas's speed running to the top of the field.
25 seconds. Let's see what Van Far can do with it.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see if they take a couple shots here or if they just hand off and get
Oh,
out of
it looks like it is a give to Douglas. Oh, he broke a tackle and got 8, maybe 9 on the far side. He's 2nd down and 1 and a timeout. Timeout taken by the Indians with 14 seconds to go. We'll keep it here as we get ready for the halftime. We'll take it around the area, around the region. We've got Rodney and Kelly over with Louisiana at North Callaway. We've got Stayson and Jordan at Pleasant Hill, homecoming there as well against North Green. And of course, Jim Ross in our Countdown to Kickoff studios with scores from around the area, around the region. All coming up. We'll have highlights, talk about the numbers, and much more in the halftime report coming up in 14 seconds of game clock as the teams come back on the field.
What are you drawing up here, Mark? You're on offense.
I'm looking for Gaston.
Okay, is he back out on the field?
He is.
Yep, I see him. You're right.
Or the tight end, one of the tight ends, Utterback. He's pretty good. Redding can go up and get it.
Three wide receivers.
Here it is. Throw to the near side, tipped.
Oh.
And they were looking for
I think that
Pacey Redding.
I think that play was broken up by Aiden Grody from his defensive end. Looked like he got his hand up and kept the ball from getting out here to the receiver, who was open.
Yeah. And was that Gary Welch that came in and almost
Gary was coming in to maybe scoop it, but who knows what would have happened.
Down to 11 seconds to go. It's 3rd down.
He's a heck of a
and
player
2.
for a sophomore. You got to have those underclassmen that step up, and Gary Welch has been that kid this year so far.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Pasley, too.
And it's a draw up the middle. Breaking a tackle into the secondary and brought down. And
4 seconds.
They'll have to take a timeout. With 4 on the clock, they got it down to the Bowling Green 45. Malik Douglas on the run. And you got time for one more shot. Teams will. Now there's an injured Van Far Indian on the field right at the 45-yard line. And we'll take a look at that. Take one more quick break before the end of the half. 38-6, Bowling Green leads Van Far on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Geeky Hillbilly, Twin Pike Family YMCA, and Ackles Farm Market.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Sailor and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
Can't get a number on the injured Van Far Indian. They're at the 46-yard line. I think it is Malik Douglas.
Yeah, so that's something that Van Far is going to want to get out of here, because if we look here, Gaston is in the back, kind of still stretching his leg, hamstring, or lower back.
Malik is up.
He's up, yep.
Yeah, but he tried to put weight down and couldn't do it.
He took a shot at the end of that run, and it was a good run. So hopefully he'll be okay.
It looks like a left leg.
Yeah, coach is helping him off currently.
Yeah, you can't put any weight on that left leg. So a lower body injury probably ends Malik's night. And we'll see if you get Tyson as the feature. But I think this is going to be a pass regardless with 4 seconds to go.
I mean, if you're going to attempt anything, yes. At this point, I think you just take a knee and cut your losses for the half.
The teams now, I think Van Far had called a timeout, and they're just now getting around to that part.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Gaston is kind of limping on his right leg a little bit, it looks like.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's got a hammy issue or what he's got going.
Yeah, he's been trying to stretch that out most of the first half.
Maybe a calf? I don't know what it is. The way he was sitting back there during that injury timeout, he kept putting one foot on top of the other like he was trying to stretch that calf, by bending the toe.
Yeah. Team's back on the field, 4 seconds on the clock, second quarter. Bowling Green in control, up by 32. Final play of a long first half here from Van Far High School.
My defense call would be prevent.
Yeah, and that's what you got guys 20 yards downfield. And here's the quarterback, puts it in the air. That was very close to an illegal forward pass too, but it's caught and taken down is the tight end, Evan Utterback. Short of the first down, and time expires in the second quarter. On the road, the Bowling Green Bobcats 5-0 lead the 5-0 Van Far Indians 38-6. And we'll send it back to the studio on the other side of this break. Jim Ross will start our halftime report after this on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by The Pierre, Pogue Chevy Buick dealer in Hannibal, and Lynn's Heritage House.
The Eagle 102 Sports halftime report is coming up. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Welcome to Vast National Bank. How can I help you?
Hey, I'm here to talk to someone about a loan.
Oh, I'll grab you the L97B. We call it the Just Talking form.
What about actually applying for a loan?
Oh my, let me pop in the toner cartridge. Hey Bill, you want to pass me the big stapler?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to People's Savings Bank.
Skip the mega banks. When you need a loan, visit People's Savings Bank. The people you know and trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports come health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green, Clopton, and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athlete. I'm Casey Sutton, certified athletic trainer with Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
Ackles Farm Market has locally produced beef, pork, and honey. Stop in for your farm fresh cut ribeye, New York strip, sirloin steaks, fillets, stew meat, ribs, ground beef, snack sticks, and all beef hot dogs. While there, stock up on homegrown fruits and vegetables as well. Open every day, 9 to 7. Ackles Farm Market, just off Highway 54 between Louisiana and Pittsfield.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Noah Builders, Castile's Color Wheel, Eagle's Nest Inn, and People's Savings Bank.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 Sports Halftime Report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Welcome back to the Eagle 102 halftime show. Let's take a cruise around the area and get you updated on the scores. As you've been listening to, Bowling Green leads Van Far 38-6 at half. All these scores are halftime scores. North Callaway over Louisiana 22-6. Montgomery County leads Mark Twain 20-8. South Shelby over North Platte 21-0. Kirksville 9-0 in a barn burner in Kirksville over Hannibal. In the Mayor's Cup, Monroe City leads Palmyra 28-12. Centralia taking it to Highland 52-6 at half. Couple of scores we don't have anything late on. Macon was leading Clark County 6-0, and Francis Howe was leading Troy Buchanan 7-0. On the Illinois side, Moreau Forsyth leads Pittsfield 29-8. Pleasant Hill 8-0 over North Green. As you're listening to that with our game breaks, Quincy Notre Dame is having a time. It's still in the first half, or just went into the second half, I should say. They lead Springfield Lamphere 56-6. West Central trails Greenfield 32-8, and a score from last night, Quincy High 45-0 over Galesburg. We'll take a quick break, and then we're going to take you to Station over in Pleasant Hill, and then to Rodney in Avaz.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by White Insurance Agency, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, and Sudsy Tub.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Ask me, Ashley Jenkins, about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats is your first stop when stocking your freezer. Brown's has frozen chicken, steaks, brats, and burgers ready to go. For wholesale and custom butchering, Brown's is your first call. It's where quality meets service. Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats. For your meat processing, smokehouse meats, and homemade sausage. Just off Highway 61 in Silex.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, Ackles Farm Market, and Shelter Insurance Agent Ashley Jenkins.
Well, I thought Station was going to take it. Welcome back to the Eagle 102 Sports halftime show. Station in Pleasant Hill, why don't you give us an update and then send it over to Rodney?
Thank you, Jim. It's currently halftime. There's about 1:30 to go here in the halftime break. It's 8-0 in favor of the Pleasant Hill Wolves. As we said earlier in the game, Pleasant Hill scored with 9:31 to go in the second quarter by Wynn White, a 12-yard touchdown, and they converted on the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, so first half got Pleasant Hill with 141 rushing yards, 26 passing yards for a total of 167 yards. They do have 3 turnovers and 3 penalties for 40 total yards. For North Green, they've got 71 rushing yards to go along with 30 passing yards for 101 total yards. Also 3 turnovers, but what's really killing them right now, they've got 7 penalties for 73 yards. So have been getting some good drives going and then just kind of shooting themselves in the foot. So they'll be looking to clean those mistakes up as we head into the second half here.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Had some momentum, and they just kind of petered out at the end. It's Lesno has done even North Green in check. Their passing game for North Green has been actually pretty well. Like I told you earlier, North Green kid's got an arm, and that is Garrett Hazelwander. I'm sure I butchered that. Hazelwander. I got to remember it's like hazelnut, but without the nut on the end. Yeah, he's got a really good arm. He's had some good opportunities so far in the first half to connect downfield. He's overthrowing his receivers probably 8 to 10 yards more often than not. So two things got to happen. They got to scale back the arm strength, or I guess the receivers need to be a little faster. So we're getting ready to start the second half, and we will send it over to Jim. This is an Eagle 102 game break.
Let's send it over to Rodney at Kingdom City and see what's going on with the Louisiana North Carolina game.
Well, Louisiana Kelly did a nice job on the first series, forced a fumble, took the ball back. They marched promptly backwards 24 yards and had the punt, and they've given it back to North Callaway. They now have it on the Louisiana side of midfield. They move the chains. They'll have it 1st and 10 at the Louisiana 45-yard line. Ball just outside the 45.
Yeah, it was a little discouraging for Louisiana to get that turnover on that first series, and as you said, back up 24 yards. They ran Caswinder in at quarterback for that series, and it just looked like communication just wasn't there.
All right, 22-6 is the score. North Callaway has it driving. Galbraith actually breaks into the backfield. He's going to walk into the end zone and score. So North Callaway extends their lead here. 5:20 left to play.
No, they're calling him out at the 1, I believe.
It looked like he dove in. Nonetheless, they may have marked him out. We'll send it back to Jim in the studio. This has been an Eagle 102 game break.
So North Callaway about to score, and let's send it over to Mark and Chris and get an update on the Vanfar Bowling Green at halftime report.
North Callaway has one of my favorite 90s bands playing for them, My Life in the Threlkeld Cult. You remember? No, don't. Lost reference.
Yes, I don't.
Yeah. All right, 38-6.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
They've got a guy named Threlkeld.
Okay.
Yeah, and there was a band called Thrill Kill Colt. My Life in the
I see what you're doing. Yeah.
Tie it in a bow.
Thank you.
It's funnier when you explain it.
No, it wasn't. It really wasn't.
Well, it made you laugh then.
It did.
All right, how about this first half? It was a long first half.
Yeah.
A couple of significant injuries in the first quarter. Oliver Niemeyer went down, upper body injury, had to be taken away in an ambulance. That was probably, about a 20-minute or plus delay.
It has to be 20 because my computer hibernation is set on 20 minutes, and it went into hibernation during that break. So.
And then in the second quarter, actually very late, the second to last play of the first half, it looked like Malik Douglas suffered a lower body injury.
Yeah, he's still.
He's still on the bench. He's sitting on the bench now. They were trying to work on some things with him laying on it earlier, but now he's sitting on the bench, not with his team at the half. So that does not look good, as the Twins have been difference makers for Vanfar, taking them from last year when they had a little success to 5-0 this season.
Well, and Malik has been their primary ball carrier tonight. He's carried the ball 10 times for Vanfar, and I'll give you some stats there on their offensive side of the ball since we're at home for them. Malik has carried the ball 10 times. He's currently got 42 yards, so he's averaging 4.2. The quarterback for Vanfar has got 10 yards total, averaging on 4 carries, averaging 2.5. And the second Douglas boy's got 2 carries for 2 yards. Vanfar's quarterback is 3 completions on 6 attempts, and he has got. Sorry, my stats are off a little bit here.
And it's very dark in here.
It is dark in here, yeah. And he's got a total of 34 yards to 3 different receivers so far. Their only score came in the second quarter with 6:32 left when Malik Douglas ran a 3-yard touchdown run in. The 2-point conversion was no good, making it 24-6 at that time. For the Bobcats, their offensive is kind of the standard that they do. Dane Dunn has carried the ball 17 times for Bowling Green for 126 yards. Got 7.4 yards a carry. Jace Eskew has carried the ball 5 times for 33 yards. Easton has carried the ball twice for 6 yards. Jace Eskew is 5 for 6 in his passing, which is pretty impressive. He has thrown to 3 different receivers. And then I'll talk about the scoring real quick, Mark. Bowling Green scored first with 10:05 in the first on a 48-yard reception to Oliver Niemeyer. The 2-point conversion was good, making it 8-0. They scored again in the first with 5:01 on a 3-yard run by Dane Dunn. That 2-point conversion was good, was a pass to Aiden Grody, making it 16-0. They scored a third time in the first quarter with 1:56 left on a 3-yard run by Dane Dunn. The 2-point conversion pass again was good to Dude for 24-0. Van Far scored their only score so far in the second with 6:32 on that 3-yard run by Malik Douglas. Bowling Green came back in the second quarter with 4:24 left and scored on a Dane Dunn 6-yard run. The 2-point conversion was good by Dane, making it 32-6. And then our final score by Bowling Green was with 37 seconds left, was that 18-yard rocket to Nate Mix that you talked about. The 2-point conversion was no good, bringing us to our current score, 38-6, Bowling Green.
So Bowling Green is doing what 5-0 teams do, and Van Far is learning a couple of lessons here tonight. I mean, I don't think Van Far played particularly bad. They had a bad start. Bowling Green took the opening kickoff, scored, and then immediately, second play, Van Far fumbles, Bowling Green puts it in. So you've already dug yourself a hole early. I thought they took advantage of the Niemeyer injury when Bowling Green was down. They had their best drive. Put it in the end zone. But the Bobcats woke up, scored 2 more times before the end of the half. So I think Van Far, if the injury to Malik isn't that bad, if he's able to come back next week, I think they'll be a better team for this game. We were talking about that in the pregame.
Yeah, they're going to play their next team at a higher level than they've played other teams because of this game. And I agree with you. They're going to, if of course anything can happen in football. This game is not over by any stretch. But if the game continues the path that it's on, and Malik is good to go next week and everything's fine, they're going to play the next team that they play at a much higher level.
And that's Wright City at Wright City next week.
So they're going to go out and really play against Wright City, who played a pretty good game against Bowling Green. They've got a stud running back, and he was difficult to bring down.
Bowling Green at home against Montgomery a week from tonight. We'll take a break. Third quarter set to begin. Our featured game of the week, Bowling Green leading Van Far 38-6 from Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Ameriprise Financial Advisor Tamara Scherder, Pogue Ford, and W5 Auction Services.
Geared Up, just off the square in Pittsfield, is your first stop for screen printing and embroidery. The folks at Geared Up take pride in making their communities and schools look great while offering the best prices around. If you're looking to expand your wardrobe, or maybe a gift is on the list, stop by their store and check out numerous items in stock. When you're looking for custom apparel and awards for your business, organization, or team, stop by Geared Up, 211 South Madison in Pittsfield.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Seize the summer with hot savings on versatile New Holland mid-range tractors from Bowling Green Tractor. Choose 0% financing for 72 months or get up to $10,000 in cash back. Pick the deal that's right for you. As icing on the cake, you'll pay no money down with nothing due until 2025 with either offer. This summer's hottest deals on utility tractors are available now at Bowling Green Tractor. Stop in for all the details. Offer ends September 13th. for commercial use only. Customer participation is subject to credit qualification and CNH Industrial Capital America LLC approval. Standard terms, conditions, and other restrictions apply. Down payment may be required.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Geared Up, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
38-6, Bowling Green leading Van Far as we get ready for the third quarter. And we've got an update from Pleasant Hill. Stason with an Eagle 102 game break.
Yeah, guys, this is Jordan here in Pleasant Hill. And with a 10:30 mark in the third quarter, North Green finally got on the scoreboard with a 4-yard run by Brody Berry. That was set up with a 45-yard pass play that North Green finally connected on. I know we mentioned at half they had come close a few times. Finally were able to complete one and get into the end zone. So that's Eagle 102 game break.
So 8-6 there. Louisiana trailing at North Callaway, but played a pretty good first half of football. They're into the second half there as well. And we've got Van Far set to receive the opening kickoff of the third quarter. And again, Malik Douglas, he never left the bench at halftime. And it looks like maybe his night is done. He's still got the shoulder pads on.
Yeah, but he hasn't moved from this bench here on the far end. And I think with, you know, this is week 5, right? Or this is week 6.
Yeah.
So with week 6 and, 2-3 weeks left, I think you want to let him relax and be ready for next week or the week after.
Yeah. I mean, we're, 3 points away from a running clock at this point with the Bowling Green lead at 32.
So you'll have to see a Bowling Green defensive stop.
Yeah.
And then a score from Bowling Green to get that running clock.
It'll be the Bobcats to kick off.
Yeah, either way, they're going to have to stop. If the Indians score here, Bowling Green will have to get a score and then a stop and then a score to kick that mercy clock in. So.
East to North to kick things off to start the third quarter here from Van Far High School.
He's kicked the ball this way very well tonight.
Mm-hmm. And that one will go out of bounds. Second one he's kicked out of bounds. And while the Van Far offense comes onto the field, let's send it to North Callaway for a quick Eagle 102 game break.
Thank you, Mark. 106 to play, third quarter. 30-6 is our score here. Louisiana just forced a turnover on downs. They have it inside North Callaway territory at the 39. They also got a stop on the first series of the half. Kelly forced a fumble, as we mentioned, and then went straight backwards for about 9 yards. But they have it inside North Callaway territory. It'll be second and about 8 after the Brady Shepard run. Louisiana trying to mount a drive as we approach the end of the third quarter. This has been an Eagle 102 game break.
And a stop for no gain on first down. Is that Pasley the first one there?
Pasley, yep.
No gain, 2nd and 10. And we've got another update from Pleasant Hill. Jordan standing by with that Eagle 102 game break.
Yeah, so the floodgates have opened here in Pleasant Hill. After just one score in the first half, we've got 2 within the first 2.5 minutes here as Pleasant Hill got on the board again, thanks to a 40-yard run by Waylon White, and the 2-point conversion was good. They lead 16-6 with 9:35 to go in the third.
Thank you very much. Here it's 2nd and 10 for the Indians from their own 35-yard line. Good misdirection there, but nothing really happening, and that's where you miss Malik.
Yeah. Aiden Grody and Dane Dunn met that running back from opposite sides of the defense for a tackle for loss on number 31 was the ball carrier that time.
Clock running down to 10:50 to go. It'll be 3rd and 11 after the loss of 1. Bowling Green waits as Reese Coel brings the play to the Van Far huddle. It looks like
Hayden
the Bobcat
was that ball carrier.
Bobcat defense just looks hungry.
Yeah, they're aggressive, and again, Coach Sinclair talks about, having the number of players that he has.
Drop back, throw, far side, almost picked.
Jace Eskew so close to that interception. Playing safety, the quarterback for Van Far finds an open wide receiver, the tight end, and Jace just collapses down on that and makes contact with the ball and the receiver, number 87, which was Pacey Redding.
Yep, the tight end Redding. Clock stops on the incompletion, 10:21 to go. Punt team on for Van Far.
So this is what you don't want to see Van Far get too down on Malik Douglas being out. You know, they still got to do what they can do.
Yep.
Football is good kick.
Yeah, real good kick. Bounces at the 38. Takes an Indian bounce down to the 32-yard line, and only Pacey Redding is there. He finally puts a hand on it, and Bowling Green will take over 1st and 10, first possession of the second half.
Looks like Brady Shepard is a touchdown for Louisiana from 37 yards.
We'll get it back over there momentarily after Bowling Green starts this possession. 38-6 they lead. Just underway in the third quarter. Far looking to put some pressure on. Jace keeps it himself on that option. Still running. He's got the outside. Breaks the tackle. Still on his feet. And he is going to take it all the way.
They're going to call holding.
Yeah, they are. All the way to the house. Dive into the end zone.
He's going to be mad when he looks up.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good dive at the end.
I think that's Gaston. He came up a little lame again, Gavin Gaston. And it's going to be a long walk back for him. So the play wiped off on the penalty, and let's send it back to North Callaway for an Eagle 102 game break.
Well, as we mentioned, Louisiana forced a turnover on downs. It was 2nd and 8 when we left you. The next play from scrimmage from the 37, Brady Shepard takes it to the house. 2-point conversion also by Shepard, makes it 14-30. Louisiana cuts into the lead. The ensuing kick, they kick the onside kick. Louisiana recovers it. They have it back inside North Callaway territory at about the 44-yard line as we complete play here in the third quarter. So Louisiana will have it 2nd and about 10 when they come back to start the fourth quarter. 30-14 is the score. Louisiana trails, but with some momentum. This has been an Eagle 102 game break.
Did they declare that onside kick before? Oh, that's just the NFL.
Yeah,
okay.
that's NFL.
Yeah. 38-6 as Gaston finally makes his way off the field. He actually made it to about the 35 and then laid down. That stopped the clock and allowed him time to get himself off the field.
I don't know what it's got to be in his leg. He's still kind of limping. Bowling Green comes up 1st and 20 here.
Keep it on the ground. Up the middle, they got most of the penalty yardage back across the 30 to the 31.
Yeah, Dane with about 9 yards.
And it'll be 2nd and 11. First time Bowling Green's been behind the sticks all night.
Yep. And I don't know, Malik plays the inside of the defense too, I think. So with him out, it's a little bit of a hole there.
Yep. They go
there it is.
Past Tyson Douglas. And flag at the end.
Yeah, Dane got face masked.
Yeah, their flags came in from the front and back. I think they saw the same thing.
He got up calling it.
It was enough for the first down on the run. This was at the end of the run, so it'll be another, 15 tacked on. Well, the clock operators next door to us didn't like it too much.
Somebody didn't like it, that's true.
But it was the right call. Would have been a first down anyway on the yardage.
Yeah,
Takes it across midfield to the Van Far 42.
He got 11, and then he got 15 on top of that with the penalty.
Down to 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Bowling Green is driving. And a loss on that play. As tripped up was done. Actually, they're going to give him back the line of scrimmage. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, they gave him the line for sure.
Down to 8.5 to play.
Malik's putting his helmet on. Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, he's putting it on, but
you think he's done?
Yeah, I don't think the coaching staff would even let him come back in. He's doing some fist bumps on the near sideline. 8:15 to play in the third quarter. 2nd and 10. Option
Chase
keeps it
again.
He's got first down yardage across the 30, 20, 10. Makes a move back onto the field inside the 5. What a run.
36 yards.
And a 1st and goal for Bowling Green. Let's send it back to North Callaway for a quick Eagle 102 game break.
Well, Louisiana had possession, backed up about 18 yards with a sack and a penalty. Gained a little bit of yardage on 3rd down. It's going to be 4th and long. They'll have to kick it away. They have it at their own 45. 10 minutes, 34 seconds left to play here in the 4th quarter, trailing 30-14 against North Callaway. This has been an Eagle 102 game break.
1st and goal. They spotted all the way back just inside the 10. And they'll get a couple of yards down to the 6.
Yep.
Be 2nd and goal.
They kind of lined up almost in a full house where Jace has got 3 running backs behind him, and he just follows the front 2 through the hole, but he only gained 2 yards, but had a pretty neat little spin move to gain the yards he got.
Down to 7:12 to go in the 3rd quarter. Clock running. Bowling Green.
They have that rollout pass we've seen a couple times where he rolls out this way and then throws the ball back way left. Kind of lose your tight ends in the cross.
2nd and goal from the 6. Bobcats done.
Nice cut.
Reverse, and just caught at the last second as he crossed the 5. Touchdown saving tackle by Evan Utterback. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and short too, isn't it?
They're inside the 5. It's about the 3-yard line. 3rd and goal. So you got 2 more shots to punch it in here.
Michael Orff and Easton Orff checking in for the offense.
Reaching the midway point of the 3rd quarter.
That's a tush push.
It is, and into the end
nobody
zone.
Touched him.
He didn't even need the push.
No.
He rolled off one man. I think it was his own man. And Chase Eskew in for a 3-yard touchdown for Bowling Green to make it 44-6 with the extra point to come. And Hickerson on to
extra point.
Kick.
Okay.
Eskew will be the holder. Van Far looking for a block. Kick is up, and it is good. To make it 45-6. The Bobcats lead the Indians here in Week 6 from Eagle 102 Sports.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Bowling Green Tractor, State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Vicki Cadwallader Real Estate, and Pepsi.
State Farm in Pittsfield understands that life can be tough. The State Farm staff is there to help you make smart decisions when it comes to all your insurance and financial service needs. Call, email, text, or stop by the office Monday through Friday between 9 to 5 to talk to an agent. State Farm in Pittsfield, a family-oriented office, is located at 311 Half West Washington Street in Pittsfield, serving Pike County, Illinois, and the surrounding areas.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Geeky Hillbilly, Twin Pike Family YMCA, and Ackles Farm Market.
6:12 to go, 3rd quarter, 45-6. Bowling Green leads Van Far.
Hickerson back out to kick. Hickerson back out to do the kickoff this time.
And he kicks it, fielded at the 18-yard line, up the middle. And
Ooh, that was dangerous.
Yeah, it takes it all the way out to the 35.
Douglas was at about full speed in 5 yards. That's
Yeah.
scary.
That was Tyson on the return.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes.
I've lost Malik on the sideline.
I have 2.
Is he sitting back down? Yeah, he's sitting back down, I think.
Right here?
Is he?
Oh, yeah, I think that is him. No, that's
No, he looks, yeah, that's
a little kid.
Yeah.
He's right here.
Okay, got him. So he still is there with the helmet and pads on.
Stretching his leg a little.
Yep. Little draw up the middle for Tyson, and he takes it for 5 yards across the 40. His best run tonight.
What number is Tyson?
40.
That is his best run for tonight.
45-6. Our score, running clock here in the third quarter. Back to throw. To the near side, has some air under it, and it is incomplete.
Coach wanted a flag on Nate Mix, but it was pretty close.
Yeah, that was a jump ball.
Yeah,
it
that
really was.
And defense has the right to go for the ball.
Evan Utterback was the intended target. Down below us. Clock continues to run here with the turbo running.
Van Far fans were hollering out there's only 10 on the field. And they're sending somebody out, so they must be right.
Last man in was Ronnie Stanich. On 3rd and 5. Run to the near side. And they're just going to keep running him right along that 40-yard line. He gets across it to the 41, but it's going to be 4th and about 4 for the Indians. It's just tough sledding right now for Tyson Douglas and the Indians.
Yeah, gain of, what, 2 or 3 there maybe?
1.
Okay. You're a little more stingy than I am.
Yeah, the previous spot was the 40.
Okay. That's 1. I don't disagree with you.
Down to 3:10 to play.
Yeah, doing a good job here again of just kind of burning the clock. The mercy clock will be going at this point.
And we're down to 3 minutes. On 4th down, back Coel to throw. Sets, puts it across the middle, and knocking it down is Dane Dunn. Really, that turnaround, Dunn could have probably gone for that, but he would have lost 20 yards of field position.
Yeah, if he picked it off, and there sounded some moaning and groaning from the fans there for contact, but there was a little more contact from the offense than from the defense on that play.
So a turnover on downs, back to Bowling Green. Down to 2 minutes to play, 45-6. We'll send it to the Louisiana game here momentarily. Back to throw, Eskew.
That's
back across the field. Dunn breaks a tackle and gets the first down across the 30.
Gain of about 11 yards.
(45-6) our score here. And let's send it over to Kingdom City. North Callaway High School in Louisiana is looking for their first win, and Rodney and Kelly on the call.
Thank you, Mark. Louisiana gets the ball back after a 1-yard touchdown plunge by Moore. The big play on that drive was about a 35-yard pass.
extended their lead to 52-6 here at Van Far High School in a matchup of unbeatens. We're down to the final 43 seconds. I'm not sure why the clock stopped after the touchdown. 52-6. Let's send it over to Pleasant Hill for another Eagle 102 game break.
Thank you very much, Mark. Right now it's 16-6, 1:56 to go in the third. Pleasant Hill is driving down the field. They're currently on North Green's 9-yard line as White's looking to go in the backfield, get some yardage, some hard-fought yards, as he has 3, 4, maybe guys on his back. And me and Jordan were just talking about earlier about the game that he is having. And Waylon Wright, I tell you what, he is working for the yards on the ground. Jordan, what did you say he had for the on the ground?
Yeah, after that 4-yard carry there, Stason, he's up to 100.
Game and watch that kid punt as Pleasant Hill is looking to get into the end zone, and he's going to be just short, and it's going to be down on the 2-yard line with 52 seconds to go. That was White again. That should give him 146. And get the when he's at my house.
Not big as a refrigerator.
He's not as big as a refrigerator.
But if he stopped working out, maybe.
As much as he eats,
yeah.
he should be.
52-6, Bowling Green leading Van Far here in week 6. Looks like the Bobcats going to extend their winning streak and halt Van Far's. Back to throw is Cowell. And that ball is incomplete across the middle. It was behind the intended target.
Did you see
Utterback. Yeah, he had to do a spin move in the air to avoid a pass interference call.
Such a good kid. Yeah, he's in his linebacker position. He realizes the ball is coming at him and behind him, and he jumps and spins, and he's just got his hands flailing trying to get the ball, and did enough to make it not catchable, I guess. It's fantastic.
And avoid the contact, too.
Fantastic.
Clock running down to 10:40 to go in the ball game.
That is a highlight reel, Norm, if you're watching, or you watch it tomorrow, you clip that, and you play that for him all the time.
It would make Barishnikov proud.
It would.
3rd and 13 to the near side, caught
Jace on the tackle.
Rescue
Good. Just
brings down
face
Tyson, and a
mask.
flag comes in at the end.
Just face mask to face mask. Just great contact.
The flag landed on McBride's backside. Wait for the call. It's personal foul, giving him the business against the Bobcats after the play was over.
What they call, oh. So it's a no gain on the play, but they're going to get
they'll get the first
15
down.
yards on a personal foul.
Yep, all the way to the 49-yard line. So just short of midfield, 52-6. And let's send it back to North Callaway for a little extended coverage here in Week 6 on Eagle 102 Sports.
We've got 2 minutes and 29 seconds.
Had it 2nd and 2, and now it's 4th and 4.
Are you going to ask the engineer a question, or are you just going to let it go?
What's that?
Are you going to ask?
No. We'll leave that. He did say negative 70 yards backwards, Rodney. I'm not an engineer, but how does that work? Isn't that just 70 yards?
Thank you. I was waiting for you to get it in. I appreciate it.
He's not listening to me anymore.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
7 minutes to go here.
But I have to.
Yeah. 52-6.
4th and 4. It says 2 on the clock.
Yeah.
Right? But it's probably 4th and 4. There's a good throw. Oh, he missed it.
Yep. He had a man open, and it is caught. That's going to get the first down to the 35-yard line of the Bobcats.
Who is the receiver?
They
Utterback?
convert. Yep. We're down to 6.5 minutes to go here. We'll get ready to send it to Pleasant Hill momentarily after we see what Van Far can do here on 1st and 10 in Bobcat territory.
Yeah, clock running. They're down 52-6, 6:13.
It was a good scramble that time.
Yeah, he did good. He did a good job to stop and come back to set his feet to throw the ball.
Yeah, Reese Coel danced around for a while. Now Bowling Green jumps. So it'll be 1st and 5. With 5:50 to go, 52-6, Bowling Green leads, and let's send it to Pleasant Hill for some extended coverage with Station and Jordan.
Thank you very much, Mark. It's 22.
away his 80-yard touchdown that he had,
Yeah.
70-yard touchdown that he had. And then Easton Orff had 3 carries tonight for 11 yards. Jace, here's the impressive part.
Yeah, it almost seemed like they used Easton as the decoy
Kind of,
on the run pass option.
Yeah, and that triple option that they run, they kind of get him out there where Jace would fake the ball to him, the defense would jump on him, and Jace would keep it. And those were a couple of those big 30-yard runs for Jace. Here's the impressive statistic for Jace on the night for the quarterback. He was 7 for 8 for 109 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 two-point conversions. So the scoring summary for the night for Bowling Green was, with 10:05 left, they had a 48-yard run. A 48-yard reception to Oliver Niemeyer. The 2-point conversion was good, making it 8-0. Then with 5:01 in the first, they had a 3-yard run by Dane Dunn. The 2-point conversion was good, making it 16-0. 1:56 left in the first. Bowling Green scores again on a 3-yard run to Dane Dunn. The 2-point conversion was good, making it 24-0. We already talked about the Vandalia score on that 3-yard run by Malik Douglas. Bowling Green scores in the second with 4:24 on a 6-yard run by Dane Dunn. The 2-point conversion was good, making it 32-6. They scored again with 37 seconds left in the second on a 18-yard pass from Jace to Nate Mix. The 2-point conversion was no good. Then they scored with 6:12 in the third on a 3-yard run by Jace Eskew. The extra point was good. And their final score with 43 seconds left in the third was a 25-yard run by Dane Dunn. The extra point was good, making our final score 52-6.
So a good night for the Bobcats on the scoreboard. We'll check on those injuries as we get into next week. Bowling Green at home against Montgomery. Van Far, now 5-1, goes to Wright City next week. For Chris, this is Mark. Well, let's send it over to Stacey Martin and Jordan Cawthorn for a final look at this evening's action.
Thank you very much, Mark. It's